because I'm an African.
Right.
I was brought here from Africa 400 years ago. So I cannot deny Africa. So if you deny Africa, we got a problem. If you black,
let me back it one point. This topic off. That's a good. Say it again, Say it again. We live now. Say that one more time.
I was brought here 400 years ago from Africa, so I cannot deny Africa.
Okay.
Israelites were saved countless times by Africans.
Let's get into that. Who they tried to show me a slave ship that only hold, if it was a slave ship, it looked like it only hold 30 people, right?
We got to go back before that. Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Where does this separation come in? If Noah was one man, he made the children like him. So where is the separation between Ham and Shem? We are the same people.
Yeah, that's just the same as the separation of Esau and Jacob. We can do separations all we want to, but they're still the same bloodline. They still the same bloodline. We understand that.
I got a problem. I got a problem with Hebrew Israelites who want to divide Africans from African Americans. I got a problem.
Okay, listen.
On that point right there, because there's some people who come from the Kemetic perspective that want to exclude Israelites as not being part of Africa.
Well, you have to understand this, that Jacob was told to go buy land of Egypt or get land of Egypt, and then Joseph was the governor over Egypt. So it's impossible, and Moses was raised as an Egyptian, so it's impossible for the Hebrew Israelite not to have Egyptian culture and writings in their style and culture. It's impossible.
Okay. And you know what?
You cannot deny Egypt. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, you cannot deny the Kemetic influence in your culture. You cannot deny that.
But let me ask you. Let me ask you a question.
Let me catch the ball that's coming out the net.
Yes.
All right. Now, how about this part? It was, remember when the Israelites came in Egypt, they got along with the Egyptians. And like Jesus said, in the Bible it say there was a pharaoh or a king that did not know us. These are the Hyksos.
That was Trump. That was Donald Trump. That was one pharaoh.
JJ, you got that from me.
One pharaoh. We got along with no problem until that one pharaoh came into power. Yeah. That was Trump.
JJ, let me get on this Kemetic brother.
Well, let me finish my point. What I'm saying is that pharaoh put us in slavery and took over the Egyptians that was in power that we got along with.
He was a bad pharaoh.
That was a great point that Black Jesus made. And
he was a bad pharaoh. He was a bad pharaoh. Trump was a bad pharaoh.
No. There's no proof during the Hyksos. Hold on. There's no proof during the Hyksos there was an exile of 66,000 people or however much. There was no proof of no type of exilation.
What about Akhenaten when he was exiled? Okay. What about Akhenaten?
Yes, that's the Akhenaten story. Yes, that's the Akhenaten story, who came up out of Egypt with all those people and sought off land. But the Kemetic brother, I have a question for you. Who helped Norma started the first dynasty?
Brother, we go back way before Norma.
No, I'm just asking you a question. Just one question. I understand that, but who helped Norma started dynasty first?
Nubian.
Sorry, the Scorpion King. All you guys, come out of the Samaritans.
Where were the Scorpion Kings located?
The Scorpion King. No, wait. Regardless of what you're saying, the Scorpion King was a Samaritan. All you guys that come out from Egypt. All you guys come out of Samaria.
Wait. Slow down, back up. What was the Scorpion King? A Samaritan?
He was a Samaritan.
Samaritans ain't come around till the Roman times.
You crazy Samaritan? You have to understand all this information. Hold on. All this information that everybody is talking about, all these is supposed to be a piggyback off the Samaritan records, which they really cannot decipher. What they use is the Babylonian, the Akkadian, and the.
Who is this speaking?
This is American Indian, the first man on this planet. My blood everywhere. I ain't just gonna pick.
What is your name?
Bare facts.
Bare facts. I don't think I know you.
Yeah,
energy wise, we brothers.
He been in there, but he came back.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. I can always learn something new.
Where you come from, so he understands your point of view.
I can always learn something new.
Okay,
he's not fully Bible, but I don't really
know. No. See, you let me characterize my attitude.
I'm gonna turn the camera off and shut up.
Okay, now the Bible is the only book that I need to tear down any religion. The Bible is completely true. It's how you read it. We're not reading that Bible right because we want to read it on according to how we was taught and not understanding this shit is philosophy. You dig what I'm saying? This shit is.
So Adam was real. Noah was real. Noah was real.
None of these characters that you see, this is philosophy. So it's a science that have different meanings. None of these characters is real, but they have a real meaning behind all these characters, which identify each one of them when you're going to redo your research. The Bible will lead you to every nation on this earth on how it's just how you read that. How you
lead me to the division between Ham and Shem.
Lead you to the division
between Ham and Shem.
Hey, bro, I'm with you. I have a question for the Hebrews. If y'all saying that the Africans is not your brother because they sold you into slavery, well,
the problem.
Hold on, let me finish. The brother,
you can't do that, man. You got to address the ones who saying that, and that's ISUBK.
No, okay,
don't say all of us.
He said Hebrew.
Please do that.
Okay. Every other Hebrew other than the mighty Hebrew JJ, you know what I'm saying? They not dividing that shit. But I have a question for you.
Get the goddamn cages. What I say? My bad. I'm talking about dogs. My bad.
Yeah, the ones that do divide Ham, Japheth, that's crazy because they saying the only reason why they dividing it is saying that the Africans sold them into slavery. But they missing that the brother sold the youngest brother to the nomads into slavery. So they sold their own self into slavery first. They can't be mad at no Africans.
It's like a Greek story. They're telling that blacks sold other blacks into slavery. That's why y'all in the situation you're in. Continue.
Right. So the long story short, there's no separation of bloodline. Just like me, I don't say I'm from Africa. I'm from East, whatever. If I'm saying that I'm the original man on this planet, my blood is everywhere. And because I have O-type blood, that I can give the world my blood, but I can't take their blood, that means I'm having universal blood. I'm the first man on this planet. So I'm not finna dummy myself to a small civilization because I got information and artifacts that they say is 200 and 300 million years old.
I see this. We all have a piece to the puzzle, but we refuse to work together to put the pieces together. Yeah, I've been saying this for 5 years. Hebrews have a piece. Nation of Islam has a piece. Ansarullah has a piece. Christians have a piece. Kemet has a piece. We refuse to work together to put the pieces of this puzzle to what these crackers did to us.
Brother, because the puzzle that you're trying to put together is not your pieces. Put all that stuff down. Who you are. Can't hear you, JJ.
What's up, boss?
We can't hear you, JJ.
I said it can't be from Nigeria, Israelite in the building, man. You know, see, I brought Israel around like 5 or 6 years ago when Garfield was like, there is no Israelites in Africa. And then when I brought Kekechi out and he told him about the history of it, Garfield wanted me to help him with his book. Yeah, go ahead, Kekechi, you got the floor.
Okay, but sorry.
No, very fast, please. This one before you came on. These two ones are going. Just give him the floor for a minute, please. All right, okay. What time is it over there, man? What time is it over there?
I got 2:15, East Coast.
I'm talking about in Africa, man. What time is it in Africa?
It's 8:50 p.m.
That's what it is. Mic so we can hear him. And I was gonna just speak everybody.
Okay, I just want to make this thing quick. Yes, I told you I was gonna come online when I get home. Yeah? By the juice volume. By. Yeah? Hold on. So I just want to make this thing quick. You understand? Like I said before in the group, the bulk of the Hebrews are in Africa. And I'm going to say that anytime, any day, that the bulk of the Hebrews are in Africa. Because most of the things that happen in the Bible all happened in Africa. There's no other place else. The migration of the 10 tribes was within the African continent. It wasn't anywhere else. They were moving the Israelites from a region, from a certain region of Africa. Hold on. They were moving the Israelites from a certain region of Africa. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I agree. I agree 100%. That's true. They could go nowhere else but Africa.
He's not African. You know what I'm saying? It's my brother.
Yes. Now, this is what happened. See, according to the slave trade, because I've been to the slave trade, like I've been to the slave coast in Nigeria. I've seen it. I've held the chains, and I've seen this. I've seen a lot of things here in Nigeria. So the history I have here confirms a lot of things with the Bible. You understand? So whenever I see the car saying, we got here first, or we've been there in America, that history is so fucking wrong. Like it's totally wrong. It's wrong. Now, this is what the British did. They came to Africa. They took some slaves. They were looking for a certain people in Africa, a certain slave set of people who are intelligent. They were not just looking for slaves. They were looking for people who are intelligent as slaves. So what they did was they went to a certain region in Africa, especially in Nigeria. Nigeria as a whole, that is not the name. The real name of Nigeria is called Niger area. That is where the word Nigeria came from, Niger area. So they came to a region in Nigeria, which is the Igbo tribe. Look, this slave history is very, very vast. It's big, it's huge.
That word did not come from there. Niggas is this is West Indies over here, and it's Negus. We are the only one in the world that's called niggas or whatever, and it's a royal, and it's us. Number one. Number two, I'm not finna even go within a history point with an African or whatever, because in this land, who I am, American, we was the last land in the world to get colonized. So they've been colonized, they've been conquered, they've been destroyed, information been tampered with for centuries, and I ain't believe none of that stuff.
Okay, that brother's Nigerian, so he was colonized by the English to even understand what the Bible means. Before the English came, what were Nigerians?
Hey, we don't even know. They probably didn't even exist when you're dealing with
they were Igbo. They were Yoruba. They did not worship a Bible. So Nigerians are compromised. They believe they're English. They believe they believe in the Bible.
Hold on. This is my problem I have with you guys. Everybody else can claim something. And y'all try to say, oh, well, the white man taught them this. That's bullshit. Ain't no white. Show me show me the original white man that taught these people that they were.
What were the Yoruba and the Igbo before the white man came?
All Yoruba ain't the same.
They weren't reading a Bible. Yoruba and Igbo weren't reading a Bible before the Europeans came.
Okay. Go speak.
Can I ask JJ a question?
Hold on. No. Let me deal with him real quick. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes. So why did the pygmies, some of the pygmy tribe, why do they have an Adam and Eve story, a tree of life story? Would you know what I'm saying?
Because it comes from Kemet. That comes from Kemet. The Torah comes from Kemet.
No, pygmies.
The Adam and Eve story came from Kemet. Africans come from Kemet. We have the same story.
Stop it, man. Calm down.
Calm down. The Bible. So Africans recognize our original stories.
The flood story came out of the Samaritan record.
You cannot hold up. I want him to show me the source. Pull up on your computer right now where the Egyptians were before the pygmies. Goddamn it, we know goddamn where they came from the East.
We were together with the pygmies. We all had the same story. You're always trying to divide us. Pygmies, Nubians, Bantu, Africans were always one people with one thought. We didn't have different thoughts. You see pyramids around the world because we had one thought.
Now, that's the
You
Anunnaki
people are
principle.
trying to divide us into Ham and Shem.
So can I go now? Can I go now? Because you're trying to distract me.
I'm listening.
All right. Now I'm gonna tell you one more time. Why do the pygmies have an Adam and Eve story? A tree of life story, an Exodus story. The Hebrews are more closer to the real story.
No, brother,
there you go.
You got that story from the Torah. Don't you see that?
No, they didn't. They got the story from the Samaritan records. That's older
Okay,
than
I
Egypt.
understand the Torah got that story from the Hebrews.
You see, both of y'all are failing in this conversation. Well, at this point, I don't understand the conversation.
Who had the story first? Who was the oldest people? The Torah. So everybody copy from them. It's common sense. This is not rocket science, people.
My blood is before that. I'm the original man on this planet. We before that. Like I said, I got artifacts. I got artifacts and descriptions on cave walls that's out here in America, and they dating over 2 to 3 million years old. And they don't know how these people got the descriptions on.
All right. Now I hate to mute people, man, but I'm gonna do it this time because I'm gonna y'all just cut me off. I'm my own.
Go ahead, Jeremiah. Go ahead. But speak facts, Jeremiah. You gotta speak facts, bro. Who was first? Who was first?
I'm trying to tell you. All right. I don't like mute nobody, but come on, man. Now listen. The oldest people on this planet are the pygmies, and they have this story. You want me to pull it up? Kareem, you guys, can you show your screen? I can show you. It's a book, and it's showing you. They're telling you their legends. They're all history. They're all tradition, and they're saying that we have an Adam and Eve story. I can show the story. It's similar to the story in the Bible. These are older than Kemet because we know that the people from Kemet come from East Africa, bro. The people from Kemet come from East Africa, bro. They migrated there. So I know you sitting there yapping because you ain't got no discipline on far as just letting somebody speak. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you speak, bro. But I'm gonna pull up the article. That's what I'm gonna do. And you can speak. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna unmute you. I'm gonna unmute you. Hold up. Unmute yourself, huh? You gotta unmute yourself.
Let me ask you a question, man. Common sense tells you.
No, deal what I just said. No, we got still.
You said that you said that the Bible story came from the Torah, right?
No, listen. Let me read. I said the oldest, one of the oldest people on this earth. They're not talking about no goddamn atom ejaculating from the sky and creating.
No, stop. Mute yourself. Mute yourself right now. Mute yourself right now. I asked you a question. Where did the Greeks get the creation story from? The Torah. You said that. They had the Torah have an Adam and Eve story. So the Greeks got that story from the Torah. Correct?
Where did the Greeks come into this conversation, family? I'm saying
because
to
your
you,
Bible is Greek. Everything you believe is Greek. So you have to understand where the Greeks got their stories from, Jeremiah.
Listen, we're not going to the Greeks. Let's stick to the Torah. Let's stick to the pygmies. You're trying to move the goalposts. That's an old trick, man. Let's get back to it. You mad?
No, you said the Torah have a creation story with Adam and Eve, right?
All right.
So where did you get that story from? Are you saying the Greeks in their Greek Septuagint have the original story when they're younger?
Anything about the Greek? But listen, you're not gonna let me talk.
The Torah are older than the Greeks. Where the Greeks?
You got so many goddamn questions. Okay,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't. So now we're gonna go back to the point, because this is what you're running from. This is what you're running from. You see what he's doing, everybody? He wants to run from the point of what we're talking about. I told you the oldest. You can't show me all that old Kemet stuff that you talking about. I have a story older than them. And they are more on point with us. They're more on point with us when they talk about a Adam and Eve type of story, a tree of life type of story, an Exodus story. They're more on point with us. They're not talking about none of this comedic mumbo jumbo bull crap that y'all trying to take claim from and thinking y'all started something first when you didn't. Y'all flipped the script. The oldest people on earth ain't talking about no goddamn Ra. The oldest people on this earth ain't talking about no goddamn Ptah. The oldest people on earth talking about a creation story from a God and the creator that molded man out of something and brought him to life by breathing a ruach into him. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, ejaculating on the earth. Ejaculating on the earth. And now every year, what the pharaohs did, they had the Ming masturbation ceremony. The Ming masturbation ceremony where the pharaoh will go to the Nile River. I can show you this. And all the men of the community would get together and grease their palms up and ejaculate together in the Nile River. What type of sick shit is this? So I don't want to hear about that. So I didn't want to hear about it when I came on and said that shit. But I got the proof for it. This is what they hate. Because the Lions Den Academy of Education and Information, we bring it out. This is what we do. And this is why Sarnetta is scared when me, like tonight, me and Black Jesus and a couple other people from the den, we gonna go out here and we gonna bring some real truth out, man. Not all that old Garfield watered down bullshit that you hear every week. But that Unc West bullshit.
Let me add to that, bro. I mean, let me just ask the
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just say some facts right quick.
I gotta use restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Everything that the Kemetic brothers is bringing out that I've been looking at, whatever. All the ones that did y'all deciphering that's widespread was Europeans. Right. Every single one of them. So like Leon, what is Capion, the French guy that put the consonants in there and added things in a circle with that's rock, man. That's garbage. Yeah, that the dead language, they specifically would tell you that the hologlyphs is a dead language and they don't understand it. And then the Rosetta Stone was deciphered using Coptic language. It's impossible for that. So what y'all reading and what y'all getting, it's nothing but philosophy. That's it. So there's really no argument on Egyptian and Hebrew and all that. All of that area, everything around that has been colonized and destroyed and conquered by foreigners. So the information that's coming out of there really shouldn't be no argument. All of it, none of it is really right, accurate. But what we do know that is accurate, that you are my brother. That's what we do know. You dig what I'm saying? So this information, we need to come together and let some type of energy overtake us, and so we can decipher this stuff for ourselves. Because if we saying that we're the original planet, original man, or if you saying that you from Egypt or Kemet, well, I don't see none of that benefiting you. It don't even benefit the whole as a people. You have Jabari going over there saying he's in Egypt, and they bring back artifacts to sell, not to hand to people for goods. So
you gotta unmute yourself when you want to speak, bro.
Muting me. Stop muting me. We need to talk about Ankamu, not Jabari, not anything else. Okay, you need to talk about this. Okay, you said everything is European. Europeans didn't carve those stones.
I didn't say everything.
Europeans copied those stones, and you're interrupting me. I was muted.
Okay, get corrected, though. I didn't say everything.
Because you're putting words in people's mouth, bro. Don't do that. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. You can't argue with somebody didn't say. That's all. This you got to look at what you be doing, bro. Nobody certain things you arguing with, ain't nobody said that. Go ahead, unmute yourself, brother. That's all we saying, man. Come on, stick to the topic, man. Address what I said, address what Bear Facts said.
This man said everything we believe is European.
So you just gonna skip around the part about what I said about one of the oldest
people.
Y'all
dropped so many topics at so many times. Okay, so I'm gonna address the first topic he said that
But I try to tell you to deal with the one. I try to tell you to deal with the one. Didn't I, Karima? Didn't I bring facts? I said deal with the one.
Yes, deal with his question first and then come to mine. Because
you went to the Greeks. This is what I'm talking about, bro. You got to stay with the context of the conversation, bro. That's all we're saying back here. Let's get it. Go ahead. Deal with it. How come that story is with the oldest people on earth and the Kemetic stories is way different? Well, I mean, not way different, but it's more in line with what we're talking about over here, even with the Sumerians. What you think, Fairfax?
Yes, it's on point. You know what I'm saying? But we have to understand that the oldest story will be more accurate than a foundation story, a modern story. So the Bible says that the world was flooded, but when you go into history and the Persians and the Babylonians and stuff, it was just a regional flood. You dig what I'm saying? So me personally, I would rather.
That's their world.
I would rather go with a old story than a modern story. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's proof of floods.
Them the bare facts.
Yes, and it's a proof of floods. Like if you go on the coast of Mexico, they went 70 meters, which is like 5 miles down into a cave and found pottery and artifacts. You go on the coast of Giza, 70 meters from Giza, you go into that water, you're going to see Egyptian monuments and stuff up underwater.
Okay, let's let Alan get back in.
Okay, I'm muted.
Go ahead, unmute yourself, man. Come on, let's have a good conversation. We ain't gonna contention. We trying to build. Go ahead, bro. You gotta unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Why can't you understand the Greeks 4,000 years ago took stories from before them and created the Bible? I'm muting myself. I'm muting myself now.
Okay, I'm gonna answer that.
Okay, and I'll do it after.
Yeah, and then Bearfast can come in too. All right, let me get to my page here. I mean, okay. Septuagint notes. Interestingly enough, when the Septuagint was written by the 72 elders of Israel, 6 from each tribe, the writers chose the Greek word. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Parthios. Okay, whoa. Let me get to it. My fault. Hold on, no, I can actually read this for real. Hold on, watch this. Okay. Because, see, you thinking that some kind of Brad Pitt looking dudes could speak Hebrew, right? This is what you saying by when you keep saying that. And they translated it over to Greek. How did they write this? How did they get the information? They had to get it from somebody who spoke the original language, right? So I'm telling you, there were 72 elders that they got a hold of because they was in power at the time. They was interested in this word. So, like I said, 72 elders from Israel, 6 from each tribe. And this was for Cesaria. The word Parthios for virgin. This clearly demonstrates the common understanding of the Jews of this passage at that time. There is no doubt that the Israelite leaders looked at this passage as a messianic passage with the expectation of some of the supernatural birth. The Septuagint translation of the Torah was done between 285 UNC and 245 BC by Israelites. Now, I'm not going to keep going because I won't. Hold on, let me just read this. The Septuagint is the oldest Greek translation of the Bible written by the 72 elders who spoke Hebrew. There was no Greeks. They just say, I can speak Hebrew and translate the Bible for you guys. It makes no sense. Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
You people have no idea what the Greek Septuagint was talking about. You have no idea what the Greeks were trying to relate to you. You people are totally lost. When you're ready to learn something, let me know.
Keep going.
Okay.
I'm
Now,
muting
No,
myself.
he wasn't done yet, Bear Facts. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let him go.
okay. Now he actually saying and told on himself at the same time. He said that the Greeks went and got the information from the people and rewrote it. Okay, that's what we call a satire. It's not Greek information. What they did is took the information and rewrote it to ridicule us. That means that this information have a deeper meaning. It's called philosophy. So that doesn't mean that the information is not true. It is just that they did some things to it that you have to be knowledgeable of what they did, number one. And number two, because it came out the Greeks' hands, that doesn't mean that Greeks wrote it.
No, you see, y'all just missed my point. I just told y'all. Israelites, 6 from each tribe, translated the Hebrew into Greek. What's so hard to understand about that part?
Well, it's not a difference of understanding. It's this like when you read the story of the Prophet Muhammad, Khadijah's uncle was a translator for the Roman Catholic Church, and he was translating the Hebrew scrolls into Aramaic and Greek. That's what Khadijah. Okay. So I'm not saying that you're not correct. You know what I'm saying? Because none of us was there. So we're going to pinpoint, yes, there was 12 Israelites. You dig what I'm saying? 672 Israelites that did the shit. But when we got it, but by the time we got it, it has been handed to or another conqueror had took it and rewrote the stuff. But I'm trying to tell the brother that doesn't mean that stuff is not true. Is you have to read it in a certain angle.
Right. Okay, go ahead, and then you're going to answer my question.
They mistranslated our text and sent you in a whitewashed way, and you're thinking in a whitewashed way. You have to think the opposite of what they taught you. It's so hard to explain. The devil you're dealing with, this blue-eyed devil, this Greek devil you're dealing with, he took everything we had and made it to suit him. We have to go the opposite way and see what it really meant. You people have no understanding because you're using the Bible, and that clouds your perception of what really happened. Come on, guys.
All right, let me respond to that. Okay, so now what should we use? That's the next step. Look, hypothetically speaking, I'm going to throw my Bible away, and now you need to give me the book of the Nubians that you say you from Timeri and these people. What scriptures or laws or what do they got to offer that can uplift our people? Who have used this information while we're here in America to get us through a civil rights movement, to get us through oppression, to get us to be able to sit in front of the bus? Where is this information? Because I have seen Nat Turner, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Brother Farrakhan, some of the Panthers. I can go through a list of people. Marcus Garvey, I can go through his memoirs and his writing, and he's praising a God, a Bible God. Now, you can raise your hand up all you want, because if you don't come with something that's better than this, then you have to sit your ass down. Go.
We had the Bible, which taught us the moral code of life. It's wrong for us to sit in the back of the bus. It's wrong for us to have to use separate water fountains. Why? But I wouldn't use a water fountain after a white person. But anyway, the moral of the story is simply this. We have to love each other, brothers and sisters.
No. We're not going to do this now. No. I asked you. We're not going to. No. Come my ass. Go ahead and get to what I asked you, bro.
What was your question again?
Let's see. All right, I'm gonna say.
I want to make sure I hear your question clearly.
I'm gonna clear my question. I said there. See, cause Chris Harrison got his ass on the goddamn sign. A Black Jesus brought him over there, which is cool because them just more punching bags for the Lions and to beat up. You know what I'm saying? But this dude got on there and said that you cannot use this book of the Bible as liberation for our people.
No, we have to go to war. The only way we be liberated is by war.
Wait a minute. Did that turn? Was he not inspired by the war? How come he had the memoirs of Ptah?
So the Bible tells you to go to war. The Bible tells you if you want freedom, go to war. The Bible tells you that.
So now you're on the Bible. See, y'all see what he doing? No, you tell me, because now you agreeing with it. Now you know what I'm saying. I want you to tell me right now. Show me the book of that can do better than the Bible right now. Give us some kind of information, because if not, you're just selling wolf tickets and you're mad because you don't understand the book. Go ahead.
There's nothing we can do.
Conjure and think about
There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. We as a people do not produce anything the world needs. Our captivity is complete. The only way to free ourselves is war. We have to take the land. We have to take the land.
Scripture and verse from you.
We have to kill white people. My solution is to kill all white people and take the land from them.
Solution, bro. I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna get off.
No, don't. I'm gonna make a disclaimer.
Okay, because I don't. Everybody listen. My universal brothers.
No, Bear. Let me make a disclaimer. Because I don't want I don't want them to be attacking the Lions Den like that. We're not racing with the Lions Den. That is the views expressed by Amon is only.
I'm a military veteran. I've been in the army for 6 years. I know the military well. I know how white people think.
Let them talk.
What about how black people think? What about how black people? There's no black devils.
Black people think about the old
There's no Mexican devils. There's no good. There's no good blacks. There's no good whites. Don't do that, bro. You can't do that on this channel. Don't do that. All right, we're finna do that, bro. Because we killing ourselves more than they killing us. Well, listen. I'm finna mute you. Wickedness come in all colors. The devil is a deceiver, and that's just a spirit of somebody. When they say the devil, that's a deceiver, and that comes in all colors. Everybody that's listening. So we're not gonna do that old fake black power bullshit that you talking about right now. Kill the white man.
Take that back to Egypt.
Because half the time we killing each other.
Right.
Half the time we killing each other. So should we say kill the black man too?
Can I speak? We are in a box. We are in a box. I raise dogs. You put 5 puppies in a box and starve them and drop one bone in there. Watch those cute puppies kill each other. That's what that put us into.
Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
Okay, let me tell you something, brother. I died and went through a nemesis and came back and was able to see anything in this damn world. And I'm telling you, from now to this point, the white man didn't do this to us. We did this to our own kind. You got Ben Carson, Maxine Waters, Carlina Wright.
We didn't build ghettos. We didn't build ghettos.
Yeah.
We didn't.
He said we didn't build what?
You interrupted him. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying, who they trying to exercise is our enemy and is not our enemy. Our enemy is ourselves. They're not making us go buy anything. They're not making us not come together, because if we come together over here up under one, we power. They're not stopping that. They're not stopping me and you to say, okay, brother, whatever we arguing about, this information, this religious stuff, put that to the side and let's get busy. They not stopping us from doing that.
So we stop using them as a scapegoat, bro. That ain't cool.
So I'm just saying that universally, and I'm gonna cut it, brother, be quiet right quick. I'm gonna just say this right quick. Universally, bro, he can't hear me because he's talking.
No, keep speaking. I got him on mute.
I want him to hear this.
He hearing, but just you interrupt.
Universally, bro. Okay, now he's not. Here I go. Now, universally, if you can see a man, no matter what color he is, that walk and talk just like you, universally, he your brother and sister. It's just they're the negative energy that need to be put on their course. You cannot have positive without negative. If right now, if we get rid of all the white folks and stuff, we don't know how to fight foreign policies. We don't know what the military been doing all this time where we can just come in and defeat that stuff. So we need them just as well as they need us. We just need to get them out of our culture. That's it. I'm done.
Let me speak. Can I go? Like I said, the views expressed by Uncle Armand is not the views expressed by the Lions Den. I want to make that disclosure.
I have
This
a
is not a racist
question.
platform.
When you
I
put
understand
people
what
in
I'm
a
speaking right
box,
now, bro. Come on, man. I'm gonna let you get in. I'm just saying, bro. You cannot tell me kill all the white people. Then get sit down, man. Look, hold up, man.
It look like you got some white in you.
The most people that you live by is your own people. It's your own kind doing all the killing here, like Tupac
we'll
said,
kill
bro.
them next.
We got to deal with it. No, how they gonna go next? You gotta cleanse
You
your own
break
house.
the law, we kill you.
Man, so you think it's
You
silly,
violate someone's rights, we kill you. You steal, we cut your hand off.
bro.
New World Order. Black
Watch it,
supremacy.
You ain't
JJ,
gonna kill
watch it.
nobody, man. Cut
Watch
I
that
it,
got
JJ.
some
bullshit
for
out.
little gangsters and
Watch it,
thieves and
See,
Hey,
I'm
bro.
talking about when the show get.
I understand what you're saying. Hold on, Jay. I understand what you're saying, and I love the angle that you're going to. But I just have one question. How can you fight a war where you can't see your enemy? They killing us in our refrigerators and shit. They killing us through our water and shit. How can you fight that, bro, with a gun? Please tell me.
So why do we allow this?
That's not what I'm asking you. You just said you're gonna have to fight and kill. How can you kill something that you can't even see? That's destroying you from miles away. How can you kill that?
That's the problem we in. What do we do?
I'm trying to tell you, they're not your enemy.
Not killed though, man.
Pray to God. God gonna save us?
Bro, what I'm saying is this.
Let me answer that. Listen,
Okay.
if somebody praying to something that's greater than themselves, and they don't think they're the God of this earth, they're the creator. What's wrong with that?
He ain't helping us.
I'm asking you, why do you get mad at somebody else who don't just think, oh well?
Because the time for praying is done, Judah. The fallen years are up, Judah. It's time for action. I say war.
Man, sit your damn 1965 ass down.
Hey, JJ, for real, I got land, and I would show you personally. I got land, 75 acres of land, and that's the promised land for us. And brother, you can't go to our promised land. You ain't coming on the migration to this land if you talking about killing.
You got 30 acres to think you free. Don't pay taxes on that 30 acres if you got it.
I didn't say 30.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Let me ask him a question. Then we're gonna let Todd get in. Let me ask you a question. Who is the majority of people who live on the continent of Africa? Is it whites or blacks?
Blacks.
I mean, color, look like each other.
Black
right?
people, African.
Okay, why are they not united and running that goddamn continent?
We don't produce anything.
That's crazy.
The world doesn't need us. The world doesn't need us. We don't produce anything, Jeremiah.
That's horrible, man. That's horrible. So, okay. Do the white man produce everything?
He produces everything we use.
How did they come over to that country, that continent, and show people? Cause that's a sad excuse. Cause remember, we built pyramids and great sculptures and traveled out. You're giving them more credit than they deserve.
We taught them how to do it.
Listen, bro.
We taught them how to do it. Look on the back of the dollar bill. It's a pyramid with an eye open for a reason.
Hey, brother, I'm telling you right now that you're a little too old to be speaking elementary.
Go ahead.
What's your solution? What's your solution? Praying?
Who, me? You asking me?
No, bro, nobody. See, this what you're doing is you want to keep constantly. Okay, so listen. Okay, so if I can show you people from your country or people in Africa praying to a serpent-like being,
they've been colonized.
This was before colonization, man. People have prayed to serpents for a long time, man. So
they wasn't hungry. They had low-hanging fruit before the Europeans came, praying to their serpent demon. They wasn't hungry.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you one solution to the start, because war ain't it. I'm gonna give you one solution, and you can take it or leave it or cook it. We need to start treating our women better. That's our life giver. I don't give a fuck what no Bible say. What no
don't treat women. Don't say women are subservient.
Yes, sir.
Y'all
Yes,
say
sir.
women are subservient. They should
Bro,
obey
you
the
look
man.
like your breath
Male
stank.
chauvinist. Hey, I'll keep quiet. I'm sorry.
You need some Colgate? No, I'm just playing.
Stop acting light skinned.
No, but I'm just, I'm just. You want an answer, and this is
Stop
the
acting like
only
Chris
answer.
Brown.
Chris, oh, that Chris Brown.
Not you, Brett. I'm talking to and Terrence Harris like. Stop acting like you light skinned.
No, he want an answer to this. Yes, I'm just playing, brother. I love you. I'm playing. I like the clown.
You're right. Leave him alone. All right,
Okay,
go ahead.
but I'm just saying though, if you want the answer to the start of the solution, because we're at the age we might not see the outcome, but the first thing is we really need to start treating our women better than what we do. That's real talk. They're the life givers.
Okay.
They covered us. That's your answer.
Because everybody do things on an individual basis when you come to dealing with your woman.
If you're not ready to go to war, kill crackers, you will never be free.
All right, you got to be quiet, man. You're not going to be out here talking about kill the white man and come on, man, don't do that.
I can tell you this now.
You'll never be free, man.
I told you 5 times.
You'll never be free, man. You have to go one more for this.
You got to go.
I can tell you this now, bro.
First of all, for you to even go to war, though, you have to have a plan implemented in place for you to. What are we going to do after this war? After you kill these motherfuckers? Motherfuckers talking about going to war, doing all this shit, but do you got provisions set up for the things that need to be done after said war?
Hell no.
Or we just going to fall apart as a civilization because we, for hundreds of thousands of years, been dependent on these motherfuckers that motherfucking took our shit over at the end of the day. Like, we can't be sitting up here talking about some old fight these motherfuckers, let's go to war with motherfuckers. They ain't got a sound plan.
That's the Kemetic doing that. This is not a view expressed by the Hebrew Israelites. We're trying to bring people closer to the truth and God.
Right. Yeah, but even with the Hebrew thing, what we gotta understand is, right, it's 2 true bloodlines that go along with that shit. You got the Niger bloodline, and you got the Israel bloodline, which will be Amorite or Amorite. You feel me? At the end of the day, so we gotta get our shit straight on that, because at the end of the day, although there is some black teachers in there, those bloodlines don't belong to us. Those are not our bloodlines.
Let me ask you a question. Everybody's saying their bloodline or where they're from. Anybody do a blood test? Not a DNA. I don't deal with DNA.
Nah, bro. When I say bloodline, look, we go in the Bible, we can establish some shit, right? Motherfucking Terror is an Amorite. Terror is an Amorite. It says that in the Bible. We know that the Amorite people are what we call today the Yamnaya. Those people are not black people, just like the Niger people, or like how they call Saul a Niger, which in Greek means a Christian. There are a group of people that are also actually called Christoians. A Christ is an individual. A Christian is a multitude of those people. They lived in Upper Macedonia at the end of the day. Those people are a bloodline of people that are. That's why Jesus said he was not Christ, because he was not of those people.
Did you say that the Moabites was white people?
The Moabites was white. Yeah, absolutely. The Moabites was white. I can give you information on that.
Okay, that's fine. I had a question. Okay, so white people are Moabites.
No, not Moabites. Not Moabites. Moabites. AMORIT.
Oh, more. Yes. Okay, I got you. Yes, you're right on that. Yes.
Yes, and today those people.
Hold up, guys. I'm gonna get some order. I'm gonna let you back in. I promise you. I'm not being rude.
Oh, those people are the pit people, bro. The Amorites are known as the pit people.
Nah, come on. I'm gonna let you get back in, but I need to know where. Okay, so you're saying that it's more. So who are the Israelites then? What are these people?
The Israelites are Amorites. Look, if Terah is the father of Abraham, who is the patriarch, right? And Terah is a Amorite. That means everything that came after him are Amorites as well.
So what do a moderate Amorite look like right now? What do he look like? Show me a picture of him.
They look like Caucasian. They look like what we call Caucasian.
Are you serious? So let me ask you this one more time, Thought. Is Israel in Africa? Is that part of the tectonic plate? Is Israel? Right now,
is Israel part of the African tectonic plate?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Okay. So we ain't African then, right?
No, listen, bro. Listen.
Whoa. We get a guy out here that say that Israel's part of.
Listen.
So hold on. Here goes my next question: Is Madagascar part of Africa? The people that live in Madagascar, are they part of Africa? Yes or no? Go.
Check it out. Although the land of Canaan,
bro. No, ain't no check it out. No, I just answer the question. Is Madagascar? The people live in Madagascar.
No, right now what you're doing is bouncing around, right? We could deal with the Madagascar thing after we deal with the Israel thing.
But it's not connected to the damn continents.
No, listen. The land of Canaan is a part of Africa. The land of Canaan is a part of Africa, but the people who are called Israelites are invaders.
Hey, bro, you a Christian?
Where they invade from? No, he's all over the place.
From north of the Black Sea.
He won't tell you what he is.
From north of the Black Sea. That's where they came from. I can give you the information. I'll put it in the back chat as soon as I pull over.
He don't got to tell what he is. He said he believes in Jesus Christ. So he's a Christian to me.
Thought on some bullshit, bro.
Nah, bro, it's three groups of people. It's the Yamnaya, it's the Cornwall people, and then there's another group on the Asanan.
Sorry, I have
so
a question. Hello, I want to ask a question. Just a question.
Yeah, here go our brother live in Africa right here. Now let him speak. Don't nobody interrupt. He back on.
Okay, I have a question to the brother who said Jesus Christ. You understand? I just have a question, bro. Could you please tell me or answer me, like, Jesus was a Hebrew, right? Hello?
Who you questioning, the family?
No, the guy who said Jesus Christ. He's a Christian. You said the guy was a Christian, right? Well,
okay, yeah, this is bare facts. You said Jesus was a Hebrew?
Yes. Yeah, was Jesus a Hebrew?
I'm gonna ask you that correctly. There's no Jesus in that Bible. No one went to Christ and called him Jesus. There's no Jesus there, period.
Okay, fine. Do you believe in the Bible, yes or no?
The whole entire Bible is true. It all depends on how you read it.
Okay, your Bible is true. That means you believe in the Bible. But, okay, fine. All I want to know, or all I'm asking you is simple. Was Jesus, or whatever you call it, was he a Hebrew? Was he?
Was he what?
Was he a Hebrew? Was he a Hebrew man?
I don't know, because Hebrew is a language. So you asking me questions that I'm too sharp in. So was he descended from the Israelites? Christ was. Jesus don't exist.
Okay, Christ. Okay, was Christ a Hebrew?
He didn't. That Christ level content. They didn't speak Hebrew. They were stripped from their language.
Okay, listen.
Majority of them, not all of them.
Hold on. Okay, everybody from Abraham were called Hebrew, right?
Because of the language that they speak, bro. Hebrew is a language.
Listen,
so anybody that came out of Noah's seed, Abraham's seed, and if they spoke Hebrew, they're Hebrews.
Bro. Anciently, the world was divided. Bro, anciently the world was divided by tribes.
Okay, get to your question though. Get to your question.
Now, what I wanted to ask you was Jesus or Christ a Hebrew?
No.
He wasn't a Hebrew.
No, he was an Israelite.
but he spoke Hebrew language, right? According to what you're saying.
No, there's no proof of that. It's Aramaic that was speaking. See, they were speaking. There's no proof of them speaking that. You go over into that area, it's just like the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls is written in the Aramaic language and Greek language. The Dead Sea Scrolls is not written in. Bro, you can't prove that. Not again. JJ, I go get the keys to my truck. We online right now. I will give you my truck, bro. Show me one scripture the way anybody went to Christ and called him Jesus. One. And remember, there was about James in the alphabet.
Bro, we are not talking about Jesus. We are talking about Hebrew. I asked you a question. Everybody from Abraham were called Hebrew. Yes or no? Were they called people?
Because no, everybody from Abraham. Everybody from.
All right, hold up real quick. I'm just doing it now. I just want to let you know, Bear Fast. I'm gonna let you unmute yourself. But this brother and catch you right here. It's from the lines, and he old school. Like you new to this, but he ran Israelite United in Christ about Africa. I seen the video. So I'm just telling you lightly. Go ahead, bro.
That ain't nothing. You can have an intelligent dumb person. That ain't nothing.
I'm just showing you his resume. He ain't no joke. Go ahead.
Bro, everybody from Abraham were called Hebrew. Hebrew is a lineage, is a bloodline, also a language. Are you listening to me? Everybody from Abraham. Look, in Africa, we go by tribes. Listen, in Africa, we go by tribes. That is why when you come to Africa, the easiest way they can identify you is by your tribe. That's why when they see me, they say, this is an Igbo man, this is a Fulani man, this is a Yoruba man, this is an Hausa man, this is an Igbo man.
Mike, everybody meet your mic, please.
Hello.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
So when you come to Africa, they identify you by your tribe, not by your race. Because when you come to Africa, when a white person comes to Africa, after calling all of us black, the next thing you try to identify each and every one of us is by the tribe. Okay, you are from the Igbo tribe, you are from the Igala tribe, you are from the Hausa tribe, you are from the Fulani tribe. That is how you get to be identified in Africa. So Igbo or Hebrew is a tribe. It's a tribal name, also their language, and also their bloodline. Are you listening to me? So if you are going by the name, hold on, no. If you are going by the name, by the tribal name, this is your identity. Okay, because anybody can speak your language. Because if you are trying to tell me right now that Igbo or Hebrew is just a language, anybody can speak my language in Africa. But that doesn't make them Igbo, or that doesn't make them Hebrew, because they're speaking my language. A Fulani man can speak my language, it doesn't make him a Hebrew man, because he doesn't know my culture, he doesn't know my tribe. I mean, he doesn't know my should I say everything about the Igbos, because after the tribe, what else identify you in Africa is your culture. The Yorubas have their own culture, the Igbos have their own culture, the Hausas have their own culture. So the Hebrew is not just a language, it's a tribe, it's a tribal name, it's their culture, it's their bloodline. So that is where you're getting it wrong. So that was why I asked you, was Jesus or Christ a Hebrew man? Yes, it's a fact. Jesus was a Hebrew man. Everybody from Abraham, we are called Hebrews. We have the Hebrew Israelites, we have the Hebrew Edomites, and we have the Hebrew Ishmaelites, because these are the descendants of Abraham. They are all called Hebrews. So this is the thing you guys are missing up together. Okay, this is Africa, all blacks. We are all black, but we are not the same because of the cultural wise. We are not the same, but we are all called blacks. I did mention something. I did mention something in the group. I said in Africa we have three categories. We have the Negroes, the Negroid, and the Hamites. But as a stranger, if you're coming to Africa, you would think everybody is one, but we are not. We are never one. These are different kind of black species running together in African continent. So these are the things you need to identify. That's why when I see people saying Africans sold us into slavery, the first thing I'll be forced to ask you is, what particular tribe sold you into the slavery? So you can't just be like Africans selling into slavery. Africa is a fucking continent. It's a big, huge continent. So what tribe is specifically selling you into the slave trade? What tribe is it?
Okay. Number one, the Africans that sold them with the Congo.
I'm gonna answer for you because he ain't gonna answer because he probably don't know. Okay, now They look just like you and me. A lot of the Igbo look like you and me.
Okay, let me exercise something to your African brother or Nigerian, whatever. What you just explained about Hebrew is a culture and Hebrew is a nationality to you, you can't prove that in that Bible. You can't prove that the seed of Abraham, the Ishmaelites that was out of Hagar, you can't prove that they call themselves Hebrews. You can't prove that Sarah, I mean, you can't prove that they're the Ham, Shem, and the Hamites. You can't prove that they call themselves Hebrews. You can't prove that. So I understand by you guys being colonized and conquered for all these times that misled information will come out of you. As a matter of fact, I'm standing on this. Just because you're my color, that doesn't mean that you're me.
Bro, have you been to Africa before?
I don't want to go to there. Them bugs is big. I don't want to get bit by one of those spiders. I'm cool. I'm good. This is my land. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't got to go here. I don't even want to.
You don't want to come to Africa because what? You don't want to get beaten by a spider. Listen.
No, I'll just say, but this is my motherland. With the American, this what they call North America, which is Central America. This is the motherland, not Africa.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Are you saying to me, because this is another different topic we are saying. Are you telling me right now that America is a motherland? Really?
America is really the motherland. Every gold is right now. They are mining gold. I can take you to a
hold on, bro. Hold on. What if I told you right now that your America can fit into Africa continent with more space for other countries to fit in? What if I tell you that right now?
We know that it's big. We know that, but what that got to do with being the foundation of me?
Okay, now tell me something. The birth or the birth rate of all human race. Are you trying to tell me it all started from America, like your country, that land over there? Is that what you're saying to me right now?
Okay, yes. What I'm telling you, and I'm gonna let you finish. Sorry. What I'm telling you is that when I get a chance, I'm going to show a documentary and artifact over 200 to 300 million years old over here. You show me some artifacts that's 203 million years old over there. Writings. They can't even explain these writings.
Bro, you're getting it all wrong. You're getting it all wrong, bro.
Okay, but I know. Let's debate. Let's debate.
Now, listen,
we got to debate now.
Listen. Go check your Bible. The first country being mentioned in the Bible were African countries. Ethiopia, Egypt. You understand? These were the first country that was being mentioned in the Bible. These are African countries. If I want to go into debate with you right now, please, can you just tell me or can you show to me any African or any country being mentioned out of America in the Bible? Just show me one.
Show you a country that's mentioned out of the Bible?
No, a country that has been mentioned out of America in the Bible. Just show me one.
You can't.
Hip hop?
You can't.
You want to know, and this is the reason why you can't.
You want to be a rapper?
Can I finish, bro?
Okay.
The information is here. They haven't deciphered yet. They can't decipher. So it's impossible for it to be in that Bible if they can't decipher it.
This is bullshit. Like, this is
you can say what you want to say, bro, but I'm gonna tell you this right now, that my people over here, again, like I explained, we O-type. Our blood is O-type, universal. We can give the universe our blood, but we can't take it from no Africans, from no white folks.
You know?
We can't take blood.
Do you know?
That's wrong. That's wrong right now. That's wrong right there. Stop right there. All blood comes from Africa.
Wrong.
All people come from Africa.
You can't prove that.
Look, let me tell you something you don't understand. The native Indians you are seeing today, majority of them came from Africa. Do you know that? Do you know that?
I didn't say I'm native. Everyone said I'm native. They came from Siberia. I don't say I'm native.
Then where do you belong? Why do you belong? Because you keep saying you've
been
there on that.
When out here in America, when you classify your, listen, bro, when you go classify your nationality, they have American Indian / native.
Bro.
Native doesn't mean that you're from this land. It's you didn't have it over 10,000 years.
Bro, listen. Your information is false.
Okay, it's one thing.
Listen, the whole world belongs to the black race. We've been all over the place.
Well, you're not black to me, bro. You're brown. See, you got that mucked up.
I'm Blackfoot tribe.
Oh my God, what do you call black?
I see a brown man. I don't see no
I'm
black
brown.
man.
Okay, you want to call me brown? Call me whatever you want to call me brown. No, I'm black. I'm not white. I'm black.
Okay, well then I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna stop. Let me just say something right now. I'm gonna let you talk. Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. A lot of us, or anywhere in this world, is being covered up by black. You understand? Most of the black history started from Africa. I'm telling you the fact, and I can prove it. If you want me to go into debate right now, I can prove it to you right now, and I can prove it to you that most of the listen, and I can prove it to you that most of the stuff you have over there in America are all fake. I can prove it to you.
You can't prove that. What you can't until you can show me. Wait a minute, bro. Until you can show me some writings that's over 2 million years old, you can't show me shit. Show me some shit, and I can show you right now. I'll give you the documentary where you seeing these artifacts, you seeing these descriptions on what they call veggie charcoal before the charcoal even formed. They say they don't know how these descriptions get here. They can't date them or nothing. They said that now when you bring me some artifacts, that's older than this, because what you're talking about, you have to understand that there's civilizations up underwater that cannot be dated, and you can't say how old they are and where they came from.
Bro, listen, this is what you should be asking yourself. If you have this common sense, this is what you should be asking yourself. Why do you have most African artifacts in America, but there's no American artifact in Africa? This is what you should be asking yourself. Why do you have a lot of hold on? Why do you have a lot of artifacts in your museum? Like a lot of African artifacts are in your museum. The British have it. Some of them are in US. Like we have the slave village in US, in Virginia. Like these are the things you should be asking yourself. Why do you have African artifacts in US, in America, but there's no American artifacts in Africa? These are the things you should be asking yourself.
Okay, now I ain't asking myself that because I already know the answer. If you go into the 17th century,
if you have answer to that question, then you know where you're going.
Hey, let me tell you this, bro. Let me tell you this.
This is crazy.
Proven facts, and I can bring you the information.
You know what? Bro, I'm gonna bring more stuff. I want to know this brother. Who am I even speaking with?
A bare fact. Okay, now let me kick in because you've been chewing on gum for a minute. There's information and proof that before the transatlantic trade, they were bringing people from here over there. The Morgans, okay. You can laugh what you want to, but you won't be laughing after I show you this stuff that you cannot do wrong. Again, we're American Indians, and we are the first people on the planet.
Wait. Oh my God, this is crazy. Are you telling me they're bringing people from America to Africa?
Wait.
Watch me. No, I'm not saying that. The information is saying that. I never say anything that I can't.
What did you say? Cut it off.
Watch this. I'm gonna go get this.
Oh, this is crazy.
Wait a minute. Okay, time out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay, bro. Okay, fine. Okay. I want to believe you. But the
you dealing with a scholar, bare facts, man. His dad, you dealing with a scholar, right? This is catchy,
bro. Okay, now listen. Okay, I'm gonna believe you. Okay, they were bringing people from America to Africa, but the question is this: why are we not seeing artifacts from America into Africa? If they are bringing the slaves from America into Africa.
So hold on. Your research. You ain't
saying slavery happened in reverse. Hey, catchy. He said slavery happened in reverse. That's what he's saying.
Listen. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go with
they took is American slaves that was taken into Africa and Indian slaves that was taken into Africa. They were swapping.
Okay, fine. Okay, hold on. Okay, listen.
Yeah, I agree with that also.
listen, if the slaves are coming into America, into Africa,
they did like their series and first people.
Listen,
Right?
hold on.
They did that.
They did that.
They catch you. They did that.
They took what happened was the part of taking over the people. Part of taking over the people was taking them out of their natural habitat. So when they take them out of their natural habitat and put them somewhere else, they have to depend on them.
They had artifacts. I get that part. But let's move on.
Okay, if the slave masters were swapping, okay, from America to Africa, from Africa back to America, then why does the African slave have a trace in America where they're coming from, but the American slave don't have a trace in Africa where they're coming from?
Bro, in order for us to say this, we have to have proof. I'm not gonna say anything. I promise you, I'm not gonna say anything that I can't prove.
Bro, I'm in Africa right now. I'm not seeing any artifacts from America in any.
It depends on how.
Where is your artifacts? Where is your trace that a slave is being transported from America into Africa? There has to be a trace in Africa.
Hit me on my inbox and I'll send you the documentary with the artifacts. Hit me on your inbox and I'll send you the documentary.
I want to see. Listen, you are not getting my question right. I want to see a trace of a slave being transported from America into Africa. There has to be, because
you ain't got to repeat. Hold on. You got to repeat yourself.
Hold on. One thing about transportation of slaves is each places they go, they leave a trace. They leave a track of where they are. So why are we not seeing American slaves, their trace in Africa? But we are seeing African slaves, some of their traces in America. What is happening?
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Again, you send me a message in my inbox. I'm gonna send you the information. Then tomorrow we come and have the same conversation. I bet you your conversation will be different. Bet you be bullshit. I bet you be chewing on a different type of gum.
This is bullshit. Okay, I want to see.
Do it.
I want to see.
That's a challenge. Do it.
They also did the food and the animals like that too, though.
But let me tell you this. Hold on. Let me just speak and I'm gonna be quiet. Be quiet. This is another proof that I have. I am what they would call I deal with natural anything, environments and everything. And I do all my researching out. I didn't found in my yard, brother, I didn't found little weeds and stuff that they call the mow it out to cure cancers and things like that. You dig what I'm saying? I have a plant in my backyard right now that can help with breast cancers and stuff. And guess what? These plants is wild all over the United States. But these plants and these weeds come from Europe. I'm not finished, bro. Some of these plants come from Europe. Some of them come from the Middle East. Some of them come from different planets. I mean, different sections of the planet. So in order for them to grow wild all over the United States, it have to have been here millions of years. It have to be.
No, bro, stop that shit you're saying. Stop saying it. We have enough.
Listen, player. Listen. You're going a little above your African standards.
We have
Stop cutting me off because I didn't cut you off.
We have enough plants that are years older that can treat breast cancer, that can treat all kinds, even your COVID.
Well, you can talk to somebody else. I don't like Africans anyway. Y'all don't like us. I'm good.
Look.
Stop. Everybody mute the mic. Hold up. I gotta do this. The words expressed. Hold up. The words expressed by Bare Facts is not the views expressed by the Lions Den. I love Africa.
Don't even try to go into the plan. Don't go into the plan.
Hold on. Let me get this out.
Madagascar.
Brother, we are not racist at the Lions Den.
Yeah, we're not. I'm gonna track that. I'm sorry.
How do you not like Africans, bro?
I love my brothers.
We come from the door of no return. Hold on, I gotta get him. Hold on, look at you. Let me get him. Now you put your bare paw on your mouth. That's what you did. You put
sorry about that, bro. I'm sorry.
Dang old honey eating mouth.
I'm sorry.
The bee's gonna sting you now. That's what's gonna happen to you.
I deserve
it. Bare Fact, I gotta mute you. How do you say that, bro? What African done something to you? See, now you sound like Tazariak.
No, are you asking the question?
Because a form of self-hate.
I'm gonna tell you what
No, bro has a cure. He has a cure.
Hold up. See now you ain't getting respect to my panel. I asked you, can I speak? Y'all been going. See? Come on, man. Okay, let me put the mute button on because it's the sting finna hurt. Just hey, bare fact, I'm coming in the spirit of the bees, the killer bees, not the honey bees. You know, I ain't gonna be sweet to you. I'm coming with the killer sting, and catch you. Watch this. Now, how in the hell do you sit up here and say you hate Africans or you don't like Africans? And then if you somebody who subscribe to the Bible or relate to it, you already know. Even if you don't, you know these people mixed up together. Yeah, a lot of y'all see all of us came from the land of Canaan. The Israelites went into the land of Canaan. There was other groups of people that they mixed up.
Yeah, that's the fact.
That
is a fact.
That is a fact. Bare facts.
That is a fact.
Your nickname is Bare Facts, right? I come with the Bare Facts. I like that nickname.
This is a fact.
Now you ain't coming with it, bro.
Okay,
you can't do that, man. I'm gonna leave the floor. I ain't gonna go on you, but man, you wrong for saying that, man. Because
Jeremiah.
Okay. Brother, can you stop saying that?
I want to rush.
One more thing.
I'm rushing right now. I will check back.
Okay.
I will check back.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me retract that. I apologize.
No, don't retract that. I don't like Nigerians. I don't like fucking Nigerians either.
Those emotions is not to be spread in that So I'm
okay, but where you from? You from South America, right? Now why would you not like Nigeria?
Fuck Nigeria. Hello? Y'all gonna learn. Keep fucking with them.
I'm not. I'm out of that. I don't hate.
That's horrible. This is why we can't come together as a universal.
And the only reason why I said that because the dude he wouldn't let me talk. You know what I'm saying?
No, he let you talk, man. He old school lines there. Trust and believe that. Hey, trust and believe. I'm always happy to catch you back because that's my groundwork over in Africa.
Yeah, you gonna learn about the Nigerians.
No, but okay. So show me the Egyptians that you deal with right now in 2020.
You ain't got to worry about it. You might want to look at Nigeria.
Hey, we got Sister Ivy on the. Hold on. Everybody be quiet. We got Sister Ivy.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, your sister, your daughter put on the show, huh?
Oh, yes.
I mean, that was a big crowd she performing in front of.
Nigerians do not like her.
Mom, God dang, man.
Nigerians do not like her.
Okay.
But that don't mean that we ain't got to like them. My bad.
Okay, so he's a lie right now because me and Akechi, I've been dealing with him for 6-7 years maybe. He been in Lions for 6-7 years. Bro. Okay, we get it. You don't like Nigerians. You don't like white folks. You don't like Hebrew Israelites that like ISUPK. We get what you don't like. What do you like? We heard about all that. We bring Sister Ivory in. She, let the Queen speak about her daughter's accomplishments and she performed in front of the pilot. It was like thousands of people. That's from the seed of Ivory. Go ahead, Ivory. Speak on your daughter and where they can find her and all that type of stuff.
Okay, my daughter's name is Pretty Shy. She's on all major streaming platforms. Right. You can download her music. Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
See, Karima, Ivory, they just the original lines there. Right. But okay, so Ivy, promote the next debate coming up. The preliminary, me and Christ Michael.
Right. Yes, I got to get on it. I'm sorry, I had to stop a little bit because I was doing so much preparing my daughter for the show. But I'm finna get back on it, bro. I'm sorry. I got you.
I'm saying right now, tell everybody what's going down on Information Age.
Oh, right. Okay. So on Information Age, we have Jeremiah Judah and Christ Michael going toe to toe.
I want in on that. I want in on that.
Hold on.
Okay.
No, I got him, Todd. You get him later. Because I try to get you to get him. And, but hold on.
Hey, bro. You asked me, motherfucking get off
All
it.
right, but hold
I'm
on. You
telling you,
cut out.
I want some of that action.
Yeah, but you cut. Yeah.
All
Hold on.
right, true. All right.
All right, go ahead, Sister Ivy. She want to
Yeah.
count.
Yeah. So if Christ Michael, if he's the real Messiah, if he's the second coming of Jesus Christ. So that would be very interesting. I can't
Wait,
wait.
that's what the man believes?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I want to see that, JJ. You gonna tear him up, right, bro?
And you got judges already on stuff, or do you doing like just a panel? I mean, vote?
No, I don't have any judges. I'm I'm not sure. Not sure if I want to do judges. I think they just need to present the information. Um, yeah, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, I think it's one of those debates that really
Don't
don't
need
need
no judge.
judges.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this one right here is just like, is this brother really the second coming of Christ, according to the biblical
right,
context, or is he not? So, what my angle is, okay, if we're doing the biblical context, did a certain amount of things have to happen before his ass come back? Why ain't come back dripping blood, ready for war? Your ass ain't supposed to be here yet. You supposed to be here yet.
But if he have if the brother listen,
This
if
debate
the brother have a concept, if a brother have a cool concept of unification, okay, he can call himself whatever he wants to. Let's rock with him. But if he can't explain a unification of our people, man, get that shit out of here.
Who's that speaking? Who's that speaking?
Bear the facts.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm saying, bro. I mean, I don't understand his message. So in the preliminary, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, everybody subscribe to Information Age. You know what I'm saying? Black Beauty Inc., Black Jesus Radio, Sandpit Records, Lions Den. We're a collaboration over here, bro. You know,
Right.
brothers and sisters. It ain't just a one-sided thing over here because everybody don't think the same over here. But we be back these back chats trying to figure it out. And
JJ, why you don't put a big arms, man? If you saying you right and you got it all with it, bet they belief system. If I win, you gotta stop what you doing and you gotta come with us.
You ain't gotta bet. You should put some money up. We ain't gotta do that.
No, not no money. This stuff we keep arguing and keep debating and keep
It's an issue with that, right? And the issue with that is, right, you got some people that are Hebrews and you got some people that think they are Israelites. Do not confuse them as being one and the same. There are people that know that they are Hebrews and still adhere to that book because they adhere to the message, not to the whole propaganda what other motherfuckers don't like at the end of the day. So you can't tell somebody to put something down that got them standing upright, especially if you can't explain properly the shit you want them to convert into at the end of the day. And to convert into a Kemetic system, most of the motherfuckers that I know back here that are Kemetic don't know Kemetic shit. You feel me? At the end of the day. They are not dealing with the original. They're not dealing with the original Kemetic culture. You feel me? They dealing with that Amun race shit. None of that shit is original Kemetic culture. Because when you go into the original Kemetic culture, you see that Amun was simply the god of the eastern wind, the wind of the Nile. Osiris was simply the god of agriculture. He was not no supreme deity or none of that shit. The original Kemetic people believed in the supreme mother goddess, whose name is Neith at the end of the day. So everybody that's running around here talking this Kemetic shit, what happened?
Hold up. No, I thought it was the one that come up out of the primordial darkness.
Nah, bro, that's that bullshit with Amun Ra, bro.
Hey, JJ,
before Amon Ra, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, JJ, you have to understand that when a dynasty come in, majority of the time they try to change the information of the dynasty they just left.
So Dot would have to tell us what dynasty you're talking about. You're right.
So like this,
what
JJ.
I'm talking about, listen, Amun Ra and Osiris did not become supreme deities into the 5th dynasty. Right. And that's because of the cult of Amun basically robbed the country. They forced people into believing in Amen
Okay, can
and
I say
paying
something?
homage to Osiris. That's how they became prominent deities after the
Okay,
fifth dynasty.
but doesn't the Bible say that Amen was there in the beginning of the creation of God in
No,
Revelations?
but you gotta look at it. The
That's the
Bible was
same
written.
Amen. That's Amen Ra.
Listen, yeah, but the Bible was written at the same time where they said, hey, check it out. The Bible said that motherfucking Abraham is a Chaldean, right? Chaldea
He
wasn't a
is.
place until the 7th century BC. So we talking about
Abraham is
something
the
that was
Canaanite.
wrote. We talking about something that was wrote at least early 8th, motherfucking mid 7th century. At the end of
Yeah,
the
the
day, so of
names
course,
changed over time.
at
Correct.
the end of the day, when we look at the Bible and we see the whole premise of the Bible was written from a 7th century standpoint.
I don't know about 7th century, but can I answer Irish? Okay, now, New Testament writers, even though I'm telling you that the Septuagint, which is the Greek, was translated by Israelites, now they got Alman in there. What do you think about that?
Now, see, even the argument with that, because I could argue that it wasn't wrote by Israelites, that it was written by Nigers,
But
which are Crestoians. You understand what I'm saying? Because those are the Greek, what we call Greek is actually Macedonian, right? And the people who are called Crestoians are Northern Macedonian. They are a bloodline of people. Their land was called Crestonia.
Oh, now you had to prove to me that the 72 elders were Crestolians who translated the Hebrew into
I got you, JJ.
Greek.
I got you, JJ. You know I got you.
Aaron, hey, one of the champions is like, you know, we done had a couple of champions. Jeremiah Pacing, y'all. To the Nazareth. And
then it's a trip.
So Aaron is retired, you know, so basically, we are champions in this motherfucker. Be honest.
And it's a trip on how.
Hold on. So Aaron, what do you think about what Thought just said? Is you working or can you hear me?
Say it again.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, say it again. That whoever translated the Israelites were who? I mean, excuse me, the Hebrew to the Greek were who? So he's saying basically that the people, original Hebrews, wasn't look like you and I. That's where he coming from, right?
So the original Israelites, there's a difference between a Hebrew and an Israelite. A Hebrew is a convert. An Israelite is a subclass.
Okay. So
I hear what he's saying there.
I just told you the Israelites make up 12 tribes, bro. So we would have to play wordplay. I just told you it was 6 from each tribe.
No, I mean, if you want to be technical, the Israelites make up more than 12 tribes because there's more than 12 tribes in Israel.
Okay, let's stop it, bro. Let's just stop it.
It's 13. Jacob had a
I
dog.
mean, if we're gonna deal with technicalities, right? You could get your 12 tribes, and I can get.
Bro. Come on, man. Don't get overexcited. You made a statement. Now we got to deal with it. You're basically saying that the ones who translated this were not Israelites. You're saying there's some. You're saying that, you know, if you say Hebrew Israelite, it's still the same shit, bro.
No, it's not. A Hebrew is a convert.
Okay, so converts translated the Hebrew. So converts learned the Hebrew and then they translated over. That's what you're telling me.
No, look,
yes or no?
The word Hebrew means to cross over spiritually, not to cross over anything physically. It's a spiritual crossing at the end of the day.
So we spiritually cross. We can't call ourselves a Hebrew then.
No, you are calling yourself a Hebrew because that's what it means. It means to convert. It means to convert.
We can't call ourselves Israelites. I'm still saying you're playing word games, bro. You're saying because it's Hebrew.
Who does he believe the people are?
This is simple shit. Go ahead, Aaron.
Who do you believe that the bloodline people are, bro?
The bloodline of Israel was Amorites.
Amorites.
Yeah, Amorites, absolutely. And I could give you the scholarship for it as well. But I could also give it to you out the Bible. Terah is an Amorite. Lot is an Amorite. If Lot is the nephew of Abraham, and Abraham father Haran, Lot father Haran and Abraham are brothers, right? And they both have the same father, right? And if Terah,
my fault. My fault. I thought I was muting myself. Go ahead. My fault.
the Amorite, if Terah is an Amorite, right, as it says in the Bible, and Lot is an Amorite, as it says in the Bible, Haran and Abraham are brothers, and they both have the same mother and father. That you are what your father is. So your father is a Amorite, you are a Amorite as well.
And you better knock this out the park. If not, I got it.
Let me say something.
No, I'm just talking to him, man.
Bare facts, please.
I just want to holler at him. I just want to holler at him.
Bro, I gotta give you scripture. It say it in the Bible. I can give you scripture.
Who are the modern day Amorites, brother? Who are the modern day Amorites?
What we call Caucasians today, the Yamnaya. The Yamnaya people descended down. The first motherfucking invasion of those people was around 2400 BC. They first had dealt with the Hatti. They took over the Hatti, which we call the Hittites, but they actually are the Hatti, the same Hatti people that are in Africa today. At the end of the day, they took them over first, and then they invaded Mesopotamia and took over the shit in Mesopotamia. Their last reign was the Chaldean reign.
All right, can you just get a little bit more specific and modern? Country are they in today in Africa, family?
No,
the Moabites were Caucasian, or who we call white people.
They're Caucasian.
Okay, so who are the Chaldeans? They Caucasians also, right?
Yes, they are. They're white people. Absolutely.
They pink people, right?
Yes.
So what's the difference? He's a pink person. So what's the difference?
That's the descendant bloodline of the Israelites.
A descendant bloodline? Hold on.
So that's what the bloodline is sent from Amorites. At the end of the day, I'm about to go on my house. So I'm gonna be able to give you the scholarship on it in a minute. I'm gonna put the scholarship in the back.
You gotta bring it up now, bro. Hold up.
Hey,
hold up, Aaron, because I want him to pull up the scripture we're talking about. When he said you are acting like these people, this is what the scripture is talking about. He's taking it out of content. The Most High was chastising at the time. Come on, man. Pull up the scripture that you're talking about, Doc. Let's do that. We ain't doing no my own interpretation. Because when we put the scripture, then we're gonna go to the scholars. We're gonna pull up what the biblical scholars are exegeting this scripture.
And I'm just trying to get a foundation.
I can't believe you. Where that fire?
He thinks the Caucasians are?
Get him.
Huh? He think the Caucasians are? He just said he went inside the crib. Is he still on the panel? I just want to get an understanding. Because I can't even gauge or understand him if I don't have his foundation.
I'm going to tell you what hold on, because I'm already there. He's saying that the understanding is, no, these are Amorites. Then he's trying to put the Amorites to some kind of Caucasian race. When he's saying, when Christian is really referring to, you're acting like this. You're acting like the mother of these people. You're acting like the father of these people. This is my interpretation. What's yours, Aaron?
What scripture is here? What scripture you in?
I'm not talking about that verse in the New Testament, bruh. In Genesis, it states that this nigga is a fucking Amorite, bruh.
Who is?
Terah.
Who is?
Terah.
Out of the land of Ur, which is a Samaritan. All right. Them are white folks, bro.
I'm about to give you the information. I'm about to put the information in the back chat now.
Okay. So the whole world was black at one time, bro. I don't know.
But it's fine if he thinks that them folks is the white folks, because if he gonna use a Torah understanding on genealogy, that's cool. Stick to your square like we do. Now these people modern day, that's why I'm trying to get an understanding who they modern day are, so we can correlate them with what scripture say gonna happen with them, and even up to this second. So that's why I just want to understand who these people are in your opinion. Even if you want to say that they Caucasoids, I don't care, bro. Shit, man, I walk with you, but we don't have to use precept on precept to prove that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how honestly feel.
Collectively,
But
most of them
then,
will be called Jews today.
hold on, my nigga. There we go. Now we getting somewhere. What sect of Judaism or what following of Jews are you referring to? Who are these Jews that you're saying? This is how we get down to specifics. This is how we get down to tangibility, bro. Because right now we all over the place, all different timelines, all type of races and bloodlines. Like, shit, man, let's cut to the chase. We can line up Torah and Tanakh with bloodlines in the past, present, and up to the second right now. So
I like to deal with the head, right? Because at the I'm going to store. At the end of the day, when you deal with the head, right? Everything after that, I mean, if you knock the head off, the body falls. You feel me? So dealing with the head, the patriarch, which would be Abraham, right? And his descendancy from his father.
Where does Abraham come from?
Bro, in the Bible, it say Chaldean, but we know that's a lie. If he was born around 2000 BC, that's a lie.
Let me say something.
Would you say that he came from Sumer, brother?
Yeah.
Would you say that he
We
came
know
from
that the
Sumer,
land of
brother?
Chaldea, first of all, the land of Chaldea was
It's just a
underwater
yes
all the
or
way
no
up
question,
all the way up into the 10th century, right? The Bible says that he come from
Would you
Chaldea.
say he was the son of Sumer, though?
Yeah, it said he was the land of Earth.
Yeah.
No.
Read it. Yeah, I promise you that Bible
Bro,
said
how can he be? Listen. How can he be from Chaldea? How can he be from Chaldea when Chaldea didn't exist until the 7th century BC?
Bro,
Man,
it doesn't matter how you say it.
No, it absolutely does matter. That's context, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna answer your question like this because I'm not arguing with you. I like your scholarship. No argument. But I'm just saying what I read in that Bible. It said Abraham's father was from the land of Ur, and the land of Ur is modern day Iraq.
No, he's actually from the land of Urek, which will be up near Turkey at the end of the day.
Right, you see how we can't even.
Yeah, we gonna do it. I'm gonna get the repo.
Wait. So he's saying that there's no black looking people that live in Turkey.
No, I didn't say that. Nah, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. And those people didn't come from Turkey. Those people didn't come from Turkey.
No, wait. So if I can show you Negroes in Turkey, would that answer your question?
Because he's right here.
No, this is what he's doing, y'all. He's trying to act like, okay, well, there's no blacks in Turkey, there's none in Iraq, there's none in Palestine, there's none in Jerusalem. Nigga, I can show you Negro bloodline all over. Matter of fact, I can show you Negroid.
Man, we can
skeleton bone heads in goddamn Egypt, nigga.
Read Genesis. Read Genesis 11.
Hey man, this shit mainly seem like it's boiling down to who's European.
Aaron, you didn't come. Let me get him. All right, because he's another Chris Harris. He's another Chris Harris. He's another Garfield. He's a guy who complains about the Bible all the goddamn time. Now, when I ask him what he stand on, what you got to replace it, or what you got the liberators with, they have nothing. Stop. Watch this, y'all. Bring something to the table without talking about the Bible. Watch this. Go. This is how 7,000 shut them down. Yo, what do you got? Don't talk about the Bible. We don't want to hear you fucking crying. Come ahead and show us something, nigga.
Who you talking to?
No.
I will shut you down, bro.
Now you can't possibly be talking to me because I just got finished. Ho. You can't possibly be talking to me because I just made a statement to somebody else that said basically throw that shit away, and I told them not to. At the end of the day, my understanding of the book is just different from your understanding of the book. At the end of the day, I never said throw the book away. Nor do I complain about it. I just peep the contradictions in the shit.
Right. No, you just lack the understandings in it. That's what.
I don't understand.
Qualified to read the book.
I've been doing biblical studies my whole life.
What you got to replace it? What you got?
I never. See, look, check it out. I never said to replace the shit. I just told somebody else that said throw that shit. Hold. Let me talk. Let me talk, bro.
Man, let him talk, bro. I still want to know what the hell he believe in. Nigga, I don't even know the foundation.
Yeah, watch this.
I don't even know the foundation.
He don't have one.
I never said to throw the Bible
away. He was building the case with Abraham, so clearly he believed in Torah, correct?
No.
Listen, if you want to know what somebody believes, you have to listen to them. You can tell they ain't got to listen to him. So
I'm trying to hear him out.
He's a father of all things because he's a good researcher. You can tell. But if you read the 11th chapter of Genesis, it's typically said that they left the Torah left the house in the land of Ur. I'm sorry about that. I'm finna brush my teeth stuff. But it's 5 different sections in the 11th chapter of Genesis that speaks on Abraham and his father and them coming out of the land of Ur. You are.
And I believe, and this is where our discrepancies are, it all depends on the root of your understanding on the geographic location of Earth. That's why we're not at the same table. None of us are in agreement with that.
Well, Earth, my understanding, I'm gonna be quiet after this. My understanding of what's going on, the land of Ur is the modern day Iraq.
But the cradle of civilization is in conjunction with the land of Ur. Do you agree with that?
They want to get Sumerians no credit, bro.
Let's be clear on this, right?
I'm just asking a quick question.
I stated before that I stand on Torah. I just don't adhere to it the same way y'all do. I look at it as messages being given on how to be at the end of the day. I'm not. This is my thing, right? This is my thing. What's more important? What's more important? To adhere to the laws and the statutes, or to be those people at the end of the day?
See, the brother know that this stuff is written in philosophy form.
There is no law of statutes. Let me ask this question. There is no law of statutes without those people. They the one.
That's a valid point, though. That's a very valid point, though.
Those people are filler in a story to relate a message. At the end of the day, if you want to get down to the physical archaeology of those people, then those people don't look like us. Period.
All right. So now you talking, brother. So if you're gonna use Torah, stick to the square. Use Torah scriptures that correlate with the modern day people that you believe it is. Because we can do that a million times. We can do that a million times. So what I'm saying is that our foundation is all different and rocky. Some people believe that Ur was here. Some people believe that is where Abram came from. So check this. How about we use Torah and see who they is right now? Because we can, thought. So you go ahead, defend whatever demographic you're trying to defend, and we can talk about it. I promise you we can talk about it. And to the other brother who was saying Ur is modern day Iraq, we know that this is some of the most beginning of ancient and indigenous civilizations. So we know that the cradle of humanity, the birthplace of humanity, must correlate with this geographic location. And my stance is that in no way, shape, or form does it correlate with no damn modern day Iraq. So that's where
where is the birthplace of humanity? What did it start?
North America.
East Africa.
Listen,
I just don't think it's in Iraq.
Wouldn't it start in Egypt? Because God said that He's from the land of Egypt.
No.
East Africa is where the Garden of Eden. Even scientists tell you. Come on, y'all, stop playing. East Africa.
But that's up for discussion and for debate. But that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna talk about who they is today, let's just run the precepts and the scriptures and the proof on who they is, because we can start.
I'm gonna tell y'all some real proof.
And this is how we do that.
This is bare facts. I'm gonna tell you some real proof, and nobody can debate this. There are civilizations up underwater that have never been dated before, so we can't really tell where first civilization started.
Right.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, over there in Switzerland,
but you can get
they have
some
something like 300 miles underground. I seen a documentary on that. They got all types of stuff underground. Yeah.
So if
But there's a bunch
we're
of
saying that we're the first beings, again, we should claim the whole planet, not just one location.
Correct. I agree.
I agree with that, but do you not believe that humanity was formed in one geographic location and spread out, or do you think it was spread out like seeds?
Hey, y'all check that scripture out I post in the back chat.
All
right. This is my concept of what's going on, and you can go find like some ancient scriptures of Hiawatis and things like that. I understand I was birthed out of the waters, and the example of me birthed out of the mama water bag, and we was everywhere. If the earth was formed in one, when we were birthed out of the waters, we popped up everywhere, and that's why some of our fixtures is different because of the location that we came into. Some weather was hot, some weather wasn't. So the start of civilization, you have to go all the way back to the start of this planet, and we all know that atom is the start of every planets that there is. That when it does, and then the proton goes inside the middle earth of the mass or whatever, and the sun is the electron, all that science stuff. But to say that we came from dirt, you cannot go nowhere on this dirt, on this soil, and find ourselves in this dirt. You can't find an eye cell.
Hold up, bro. Okay, that's right. I ain't trying to cut your wisdom. I'm glad you said that.
That's true.
Because now this ties into my conversation where y'all don't want to defend this shit. Now, see, the mean masturbation ceremony of Kemet.
I'm in the back chat.
Bro, don't do that. Because now you don't want to hear it. It's in honor of Atom. And what these cats would do, they would gather at the Nile River. I can put it in the back chair. I mean, the Pharaoh would take off and get bucket naked, together, jacking off into the Nile. Now, since all you Kemetic cats want to talk shit about the Bible, would you guys go and do like we do Passover? Let's say Passover, y'all. You niggas ain't really Kemetic. Because if you was, you all be jacking off in the Nile together, holding hands with greasy palms, nigga. Now, these are fake Kemetics.
What dynasty is that?
See, JJ. See, this is what I have a problem with a brother calling himself an Egyptian, because you have to claim every dynasty when you say Egypt.
I just told you. When you know mean. The mean masturbation ceremony. This is what these cats did. Now, I want you to speak on any of you Kemetic cats. I want you to explain this bullshit.
Y'all seen that shit I put in the back chat, right?
I'm gonna put it in right now.
No, I'm saying I put something back there. I ain't gonna put a whole lot of shit in case somebody want to jump at it.
No. You just heard what I said. Because you rock with the Kemetic.
I'm not Kemetic, bro. I'm not Kemetic.
What are you?
I'm motherfucker. I'm here. Period. At the end of the day. My foundation is based off of what we could prove, right? At the end of the day. Not what we assume.
Wait a minute.
But you can't prove that the Caucasians are the Israelites.
This is what I'm talking about, man. These guys want to attack the Bible, but then they ain't got shit. We can just attack their shit. Here. Okay, so what's that? I'm gonna hear a doctrine. Go ahead, go.
I rock with that. I'm a hear. I like that.
Oh, you got a follower.
No, you got a viewer, not a follower.
Hey, JJ, you know I study everything, bro. That's why I could debate anybody. Because I study all religions. I study all ways of life at the end of the day.
No. I can debate anybody.
I don't have to submit. I don't have to submit.
No,
I don't have to submit to one truth, bro. I don't have to submit to one truth, bro.
You're all over the place. Because when you get you in the corner, that's just power doctor. Because when you get him in the corner, now I'm not him. Dodgeball, you know.
Niggas got built-in excuses that way.
So I don't have an excuse. I don't have to see what.
Why you so mad at the Bible then? You got questions about Kemet and the mean masturbation ceremony. Yeah, Atom. When he said about Atom, that's what it is. The Pharaoh mean he commemorated that shit, and he made it a ritual where these niggas get naked and they jack off into the
But isn't God from Kemet? He's from Egypt, right?
No.
Ethiopia. It was all the same at one point. He said that he's from the land
But you
He
know
of
what?
said
You
his
know
Egypt.
what?
That's
laws are
all the
the.
same,
He
Queen Ivory.
right?
said he
Queen
said
Ivory, let
that
me
the
ask you a
laws
question.
are his
You know
light.
what, Queen
So
Ivory?
you know what
Everybody
I'm
has
saying.
different.
Higher was a new
Look,
God. He's not an
we
old
didn't
deity.
jack off in the now.
He's a new deity. He come from the Sashu people who are
I get that. I get that. I get
who
that part.
are
I get that part. But our deity right now is king. Where your ass deity is?
is who?
But I'm talking about what God Himself said in the Bible.
Let me ask this. Who God is the best right now? Our God. The Bible God. Why everybody talking about our God?
That's your
Because
perspective and
16 died.
opinion, brother.
Hold on, bro.
That's an
Hold up.
that's an
Where your
opinion.
punk ass God at, bro? He ain't around. Our
All I'm
God is the
saying
best.
is, if God from Egypt, He got to be black.
There you go. I'm not. Listen.
How can God be from Egypt?
The most
That's
high.
what He
Listen.
said. I posted the scripture in the back.
No.
Oh, let me go. Yeah, let me go. Let me go.
It's in the
You
back
said the
chat.
Egypt.
I'm gonna go check it out right now.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let everybody speak. I'm saying one more thing. I'm gonna be quiet because the panel. We got a bunch of scholars on here, people that study and research. It's a collective. It's not just me running my goddamn mouth. I do that shit on Sunday. What I'm saying is,
I ain't see nobody say nothing about that shit. I put in the
chill
chat
out, man.
though, because I told y'all I deal with
This is what I'm
scholarship.
talking about, man. I'm not finna see you fucking up the show. Hold up. All I'm saying, I'm not being disrespectful to you. All I'm saying, bro, you attack our God all the time. But you guys like you and Chris Harris and Garfield, y'all don't stand on nothing. So we can't get you in the corner because when you say you believe in everything, so now you're accountable for everything. So now you're accountable for Tricosi. You believe in you know what I'm saying? African spirituality, all that. So what about
You see the scripture.
Yes, ma'am, and I
yeah,
like it. And I like it because
I'm gonna go
it
on
proves.
record to say that I never attacked the Most High.
Okay, I like that because it proves my point that God is a man.
you said left the magnetism is God, bro. Cut that bullshit. You was
What
rocking over there
happened?
with them. Hey, look, I'm gonna be quiet, bro. You said electromagnetism was God. You was rocking with them.
Who said
Come on, man.
electromagnetism was God? Who
I'm gonna
said
be
that?
tricky. We the gods of this planet. But the sister
I don't even
posted a
remember hearing
post saying
nobody
that
say
God
that.
is from Egypt, and it specifically
Hey,
says
Aaron.
that.
So I think you and Tasha set something up.
I think somebody should say something.
A
Somebody should say something
discussion.
about that shit I just
It's
put
a,
in the back chat. Somebody
so
should
Hey
can
speak
you
JJ.
behind that.
Hey JJ.
Yeah.
JJ. Hey man. Before I go at it on any of the topics and shit, man, I'm dead ass trying to hit that OT and New Testament one and shit, man. So I'm trying to holler at
I'm
DJM
gonna
over
get you up
here.
there, Jesus, and me and you gonna have a discussion on OT. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what's up
Yeah,
with that information I put in the back chat, bro? I
Read it
told you I
out,
was gonna
man.
put it. I got a
Read
whole
it.
lot of that shit too. I'm
Read it.
just
Let me
saying, I
see what
deal
you
with
can put back
scholarship,
here,
bro.
man.
Since we want to know what I
research that, bro.
stand on, I stand on scholarship.
So this is why I'm talking about. You and Aaron should have a discussion. Who's scared?
I mean,
I'm
we
down to talk to
talking
the
now.
brother.
We've been
Said,
talking. I just said that I was gonna put some information. I was
See, this
gonna
is
put
what you do.
No, I understand.
Stop.
We could definitely have a one-on-one discussion. We could definitely do that at the end of the day. But I said I was gonna give some information, and that motherfuckers wanted information. I gave it. I'm not
No,
gonna give a whole lot because now somebody want to have a discussion. So I'm gonna minimize what I give you at the end of the day. But I definitely gave you
you
scholarship
always
in the back chat
minimize.
based on what I was saying about Abraham at the end
And
of the day.
I'm
Go.
gonna
At the end
research
of the
that.
day, though. At the end of the day, though, Scott, you are
At the end of the day.
everything. You said you Torah. You said you this. You really don't have. You really just kind of like you mix
I
everything together.
study everything. I study everything.
You study everything, and you
See, I see what he's.
criticize the Bible, right?
I study
I have
everything.
never heard you since you've been back here criticize nothing
Hey, these some any type of tape.
I criticize these fake comedic motherfuckers too.
No.
They don't do that.
Yeah,
They do
you
that.
do.
Like
You look
like
up.
them.
I'll give you that, man. I just don't know where you. I don't know where you stand.
I don't see him criticizing. I see him making a point that we need to.
Let me ask you this. Hold on a minute. Are you an atheist?
No, I ain't an atheist, but my overstanding of I believe in a continuum at the end of the day. So my overstanding of what the higher power will be way different from y'all overstanding. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Plus, at the end of the day, I know that the human mind couldn't fathom what that is at the end of the day.
You're doing too
So
much
we
right
coming
now.
up
You're
with
doing
our
too much.
own shit.
Stop. You're saying a lot. Stop.
Go ahead.
Nigga,
Stop
these
with what
some
you just
long
said.
man. This
Hold on.
nigga's days
No.
don't end.
It's a continual. I just blow over everybody. That don't blow over my head. We got to talk about continuals. Go ahead. Go. Continuals. Go ahead, Doc.
It is basically what I said. A continuum. It's not no start and beginning at the end of the day.
But you
JJ.
said the human mind can't fathom that.
I could break down a perspective from you using the Big Bang, right? At the end of the day, using the Big Bang theory, you have a singularity, right? But within that singularity, all things that we have in existence now existed within the singularity at the
Right.
end of the day.
Right. There you go, brother. I'm
So
with
it's
you.
a continuum.
Can me and I get 2 minutes apiece on the continuum without anybody else getting in that, please?
Hey, JJ, real
Fine.
quick.
So now,
Hey, JJ, real quick and shit, man. Shit, man, I'm about to dip about, so you can go ahead and straighten him out. But hey, shit, man, I'm gonna hit you up about that discussion and shit, family. So, shit, man, I appreciate you. All right.
That's what I'm supposed to have a discussion with.
Hold
All
on,
right,
now
now
we
on
got
to the
30
panel.
before answer goodbye. You know what I mean? So Doc, don't try to come in and take over the conversation. It's my time
No,
for
I'm
30.
not. No, you can talk.
Okay.
This don't confuse what I said with that God is like perspective.
Okay. Now you said continual, right?
Right.
All right. You said something about a Big Bang, right? We said that, right?
Yeah, that was the easiest way for me to explain it to y'all. Yeah.
Okay. Now there is, he's talking about a cyclic bang, right? This is what he's talking about. The universe creates itself and destroys itself again. And it creates itself and destroys that. Roger Penroy's theory of that is way debunked because the only evidence that we have, scientifically speaking, is 13.8 billion years ago with the cosmic microwave background that shows that 13.8 billion years. There's nothing else out there that says you have no proof that anything else happened before 13.8 billion years, bro.
I do because listen, I do because at the end of the day, like I said, the singularity contains all things within itself at the end of the day. So that means that there was things going on within the singularity, the same things that are possibly going on right now.
Those scientists are saying that, bro. Now watch this.
Prospectively, we could still be in a singularity to something else at the end of the day. It's not a create, destroy. It's going until it loops. There's no destruction. It's just a perspective of looking at things at the end of the day.
But how about if I can show you sources and references that's saying all we got right now, far as scientifically speaking, is the cosmic microwave background saying 13.8 billion years ago, this singularity happened when the Most High spoke the universe into existence.
Where was the Most High at when he said that?
Let there be light, the bang.
In the singularity.
The bang.
Right.
The bang. There's no continual. Okay, listen. Okay, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go to science. We're gonna leave.
Hey, we can have a discussion on that, me and you.
Listen, we're gonna leave that one. Okay, listen. We're gonna leave the Big Bang. We're gonna leave theology out of it. We're gonna go to science. You have no information showing outside of 13.8 billion years. The cyclic universe bang is a flaw.
No, what I'm gonna do is if we debate that, right? I'm a double down on the singularity and give people understanding of
you
what
have
the
to do?
singularity
You
is.
show me.
That's
All
what I'm
right,
gonna do.
right now. Listen. If you can, I would debate you if you can show me evidence of something past 13.8.
I can't give it to you right now,
What
JJ. Real
science?
talk. I'm in the supermarket.
This ain't gotta be a debate. Just give it to us right now. I
I
want to
can give
hit
it to you right. I'm in the supermarket, bro. I'm in the supermarket. I'm trying to buy some food.
Okay, watch this. Watch pull up art. I'm on the phone right now. Watch this, y'all. All right. Okay. Let me pull it up. Go ahead, keep talking. Let me pull it up while I do this.
Let me say a little thing while you pull that up. I have always questioned. After the flood, you don't see that any information was given to Noah to write down, his sons to write down.
This is what I'm talking about. What you guys do? No. Bare facts. No. You're not gonna bail them out. We're in science now. I don't want to hear that.
Noah was given.
I don't want to hear about Noah right now, bro.
Okay, let's do.
But you doing something, so he started talking about something else.
I'm gonna mute you.
You do what you doing and let Bare Facts finish saying what he's saying.
No, because Bare Facts is getting off the topic.
No, this was just until you find your stuff. It ain't got that.
Okay, all right.
That was just until you find your stuff. That's it. And that was always the question to me when I read the 5 books of Moses is, where did this creation story come from? You don't see where it was given to Noah. You don't see it's given to none of the prophets. You don't see it given to no one. Where it come from?
Who you asking the question to?
That was just a general question. Anybody can answer, or don't have to.
My argument.
You know what I'm saying?
Because, like I say, scientifically speaking, the only evidence that we have is one bang. And if you want to tie that bang into let there be light and them vibrations of that word, even the Comedics teach the word came before light.
Where was the Most High?
And that's in the Book of the Dead.
Yeah, but first of all, most of the Kemetic motherfuckers today, don't believe in the original Kemetic thought. Like I said, and the Book of the Dead is a papyrus that's made for an individual person. It's not something for them niggas to make a religion out of. They done fucked up and took somebody's personal burial shit and made a whole religion out of it.
Cosmologies, bro. They listen. They said the word.
The copy of the Book of the Dead that we got, right? The copy of the Book of the Dead that we got, right? Not even cut you off, JJ. My bad. I apologize. The copy of the Book of the Dead that we got, right? Who tomb did it come from, and what did that pharaoh personally believe? Because that has a big factor on the motherfucking death ceremony at the end of the day. Everybody's shit wasn't the same.
How many Book of the Dead you have?
Huh?
How many different versions of the Book of the Dead you have?
I mean, they done found like at least 4 different versions of coffin text and shit like that. How
the hell we can believe y'all, but y'all want to talk shit about us having different versions,
Bro, I'm not Kemetic. So you ain't gotta come at me with that energy.
I'm talking to the ones who
I don't think nobody in here Kemetic.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, the shit is bullshit. That's what I was telling you before when you was talking to motherfuckers. Like at the end of the day, they get at y'all talking about y'all religion and shit like that when they base the whole religion around some individual person's shit, and they couldn't even tell you what that person that they base their religion around actually believed at the end of the day.
Because that person didn't even write it. It was remember it was a young pharaoh that was kind of jealous of the last pharaoh funeral or whatever, so he created his own little elaborate story, but that story was not written until like what was it, 100 and something 200 years later by other people,
right?
So you cannot really find out what that actual pharaoh really believed because it's
so why base the religion around it? Right. So they tell you it's not a religion, but it's absolutely a religion at the end of the day. It's not spirituality. What people gotta understand is the Kemetic people was the most religious motherfuckers in the fucking world. at the fucking time. Like these motherfuckers was heavily religious. Like at the end of you had people, it's like today. You got motherfuckers today that are heavily religious that don't know shit outside of what pastor telling them at the end of the fucking day. It was the same shit back then. That you had people that was in the know, you feel me? And then you had people that knew that all that shit was bullshit. You feel me? At the end of the day. But that's what they did to bring order amongst the people. Now I mean they enslaved them into religion. That's how come the fourth dynasty of Kemet fell to the motherfucking priesthood. You feel me? Because of the religion. It was the religious aspect of it. That's what made Kemet fall. Fourth dynasty fell to the fifth dynasty. Fifth dynasty kings was motherfucking priests. Then after that, the invaders came in. You feel me? At the end of the day. So most of what motherfuckers know, that's how Amen, Ra, and Osiris became prominent deities. That's when Isis was created. That's when Mayat was created, because all of them took the powers that was delegated to motherfucking Neith, which was the mother goddess.
And remember, Osiris was replaced for Anubis. So
right.
and Osiris is the god of the underworld. So when you take upon Osiris, you taking upon evil things.
No, but see now you gotta understand, like what you're doing right now is bridging two different cultures. The underworld wouldn't necessarily mean hell. Know what I mean, as it would, or a bad place as it would in the Christian doctrine. You feel me? It's totally not the same thing at the end of the day. So because he's the god of the underworld doesn't mean that he's the god of hell. Know what
I understand. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm looking at the precept of they're making Seth out of the bad guy, and he wasn't the bad guy.
Right, absolutely. But it is Americanized. Look at the American culture. We love the bad guy, and we don't even know that is the bad guy's the bad guy. We think the bad guy's a good guy. I was just talking to my son. He's showing me Thundercats on TV a couple hours ago and shit. You feel me? And I'm like, damn. I remember growing up watching Thundercats. We loved the Thundercats. I remember growing up watching He-Man. We loved He-Man. I remember watching Transformers. We loved the Autobots. But all of them were the bad guys.
Right.
On Thundercats. They came to Third Earth. That was Mumra's planet. How you come in and invade and try to take some shit over? And Transformers, motherfucking what the fuck the bad guy name? Whatever the fuck his name was, he wanted his people to survive. He was fighting against Optimus Prime, and them was picking humans' longevity over their own people longevity. You feel me? At the end of the day, they was motherfucking against their own people survival. At the end of the day, He-Man and his family wasn't from motherfucking Eternia. They was fucking from Earth. They went to Eternia and took that shit the fuck over from the people that inhabited that land before they got there.
Right.
You feel me? So it is a way that they maneuver shit around to make us. I'm gonna do a video on that too. But there is a way that they maneuver shit around to fuck our perspective up. You feel me? Yeah, so they give us a perspective.
I don't understand how they don't grasp the point that they're glorifying the three pyramids in Giza, but it's on sand, and if it's on sand, that means that water was there before it turned into sand. It takes all the nutrients away. Absolutely. So them pyramids wasn't there as within the time that they said it was there.
Were you thinking that it's older or newer?
It's way newer. And remember, the three pyramids in Giza does not have hologlyphs on it. I mean, the writings. Like I was telling the sister earlier, that you go 70 meters off the coast of Giza and go up underwater, you're going to see a whole civilization of Sphinx and stuff.
Absolutely.
So that means that was there. And if you look at those Sphinx, some of them even have white Caucasian features. So I came to the understanding that that's a cover-up of the true Egyptians.
Who you think
you are correct?
Who you think the true Egyptians are?
The true Egyptians. The true Egyptians are Caucasians, because we have to understand that when you say
I disagree.
Egypt, you have to claim, because Egypt is a modern word. Like Norma didn't call herself Egypt.
Yeah, that's why I say Egypt neither. I said Kemet.
Right.
So the original people, when I get in the house and put this in the back chat too. The original people inhabited the land of Sateti. That was Saseti. That was the first land, right? Or what we know that turned into Kemet at the end of the day. We know for a fact that those people came from the sub-Saharan area at the end of the day. From the south and from the west. Those people were sub-Saharan at the end of the day because they migrated up. Some of them migrated northeast, some of them migrated straight north at the end of the day. And then they moved east later on at the end of the day. We also could link the hieroglyph and the cursive to sub-Saharan languages at the end of the day. I'm gonna put some I don't want to debate it, you know what I mean? I just put up some information, you know what I mean, in the back chat once I get in the house, you know what I mean, to show what it is that I'm saying, you know what I mean, and then you can work it, you know what I mean, how you want to work it and with the information that you already possess.
Right.
Now, I mean, now I'm not going to say that there wasn't white invaders in the earliest of times at the end of the day, because what we got to remember is the white gene been in existence for about 37,000 years at the end of the day. You feel me? But we
Okay,
know
I got a
of one.
question.
Go ahead, sis.
Why would they hide their Egyptian identity when they are continuously trying to prove that they are Egyptians? So why would they hide that?
Okay. They're not hiding anything. Everything is out of the specter of the eye that you're looking at it. Everything that we're reading in the form of religion and stuff like that, it's all philosophy. So they're not hiding anything. It's where we're looking for the evidence.
Right.
And again, I think I asked a brother earlier.
Well, and in the museums, like the museums that you go to over there is that they have black pharaohs and everything. So I don't know.
Yeah,
So
I
we gotta
agree with you.
I'm
understand
trying to
this
get where
because
you're coming from.
This
the
is what
big
I'm
thing
coming from.
that make it really confusing and what people gotta understand is when they go into Kemet, right? Kemet wasn't unified more than it wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? So when they give you certain pharaohs and shit, certain pharaohs come from the north and certain pharaohs come from the south. You'll see the mixed featured or the white featured pharaohs in the south, which will be the most northern part, but it's South Kemet. You feel me? At the end of the day, or Tamari. At the end of the day, most of the black pharaohs, know what I mean, if they ruled what they called the South, it was a unified kingdom, and those rulers came from northern Kemet or from Saseti. So when we be looking at it, we be looking at certain things, know what I mean? We be like, damn, well, this motherfucker got the features of this and this motherfucker got the features of that. Know what I mean? But the Southern Kingdom was ransacked way more often than the Northern Kingdom at the end of the day by white invaders. So a lot of the motherfucking shit that we get as far as Kemetic history comes from the South or our North. Know what I mean? At the end of the day, Tamari. That's where most of our information comes from because they choose to give us that information because those people are the people that coincide with them at the end of the day.
See, and it's something that my brothers refuse to do. Is I'm not saying that the women is the higher power, but if it wasn't for women, we wouldn't get here. So when I decipher information, I argue with archaeologists. I have always when I got out of the streets, the gang banging and stuff,
right?
I call every religious book on this planet a lie, and I just went with what they call spiritual. This is a spiritual guide. Well, then you're gonna show me the truth. And every time that I go into what I think is the truth, I always bump my head until I start listening to the women, and still I start using their vessel to search things. I came from her, so I still should be able to go back to her.
Absolutely.
To get this information. You dig what I'm saying? It doesn't make her God. Would it just make her that she'd have more overseeing over me because she took care of me? So
man, even in the biblical stories, man, when there wasn't no motherfucking prophets for them couple hundred years, When the prophets did start coming back around, they had to go to the women to get the knowledge because the women was the only one that held the covenant. The men was dead.
And the woman, then to me, the woman is the most powerful being in that Bible because she's the only one that got God creation to turn against him. She's power. It wouldn't be no Christ if it wasn't for the woman. You dig what I'm saying? So we're actually, if we're actually putting our women in a place that we shouldn't supposed to be, and that's why we arguing this stuff. Okay, the information, give it to the women and let they decipher it while we go into these government offices and try to change some of these laws as men. Let's do that.
Right. But the thing about that is the world we live in is male chauvinistic. You feel me? At the end of the day, so we want to put, first of all, it's two halves to a whole. So if you put down your counterpart, at the end of the day, you holding yourself down. You know what I mean? I tell people that all the time. You can't put, there's not a place for a woman. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't put her in said place because she's everything. You feel me? There's no one place for her. She's all things. She's all places. At the end of the day, as soon as we realize that, you know what I mean, then we could go into what you're talking about, going back to her for knowledge. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? We gotta understand the woman is the teacher, man. The woman is the teacher of a boy until he turns into a man. At the end of the day, the predominant teacher is the mother.
Yeah, they don't understand when they reading in that Bible, when they mention the comforter, that's the woman.
Absolutely.
The comforter. They not looking at it right. It said that
that is we split up into so many different billion individuals. You feel me? We not gonna get the correct shit until we bring the individuals into the collective, like you saying. So we can be able to build on a whole. Because right now we building on pieces, and everybody want to be right with the little pieces that they got. Said reason why I study everything and not just one thing. At the end of the day.
Right. And we need to. I was hoping JJ didn't get off, so I asked him this question because the devil that they're talking about is nothing but negative energy. Number one, and number two, far as my reading and understanding, they calling the serpent the devil. If you from Adam and Eve, well, the devil was on this planet before you, so this is his land more than it is yours.
See, that's new age shit, right? And I'm gonna say that's new age shit because the Israelites or the people in the book who they call Israelites worshipped in the head shit. That's a whole fucking serpent. You understand what I'm saying? And they needed that serpent to help protect them while they was in the desert. And that is also an African deity too.
Right. And over there in the Mayans and Mexico,
and is a female. And is a female deity at that too.
That swarm the grass and vegetation and stuff like that. Nothing bad. But this
But
was
you know what that came in? That came in with the demonized and everything that was Black African. Know what I mean? Or know what I mean that was the original stocks. Know what I mean? Be heavily dealt in the belief of the serpent. Know what I mean? Protective energies and things like that. The serpent. They took that and demonized it at the end of the day.
my question, bro. I heard you just mention, like all the Hebrews, you are of your father. Okay, far as what I know, and please correct me if I'm wrong. The only seed in there, it said from Eve's seed, it would put empathy between Eve's seed and the serpent seed. It don't say anything about Adam, right? Now they also say that, you know, the all she do is carry the egg. The egg doesn't have any eye cells, nose cells, or whatever. So if I go take my baby, we just had her, I go take her, and then they catch me and bring that baby back, they have to do a blood test to make sure that's that woman baby. So how did the blood of the woman get into the baby if it's only the father?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at certain things totally different. And I like the way you emphasizing this stuff, bro, because that's right on point. And you brought in the singularity. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking about earlier, universally, who we're calling the devil, the white, universally, they are brothers and sisters too, because it was a singular form at one point of time.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, that's why I said that the the white gene only been in existence for about 37,000 years. Know what I mean? And we could see that gene come directly up out of Africa at the end of the day. Know what I mean? Now, what happened or transpired once they went up into them snowy mountains and shit like that, and mingled amongst themselves for a couple thousand years, tens of thousands of years. Know what I mean? Changed them into something different. But like you said, know what I mean, at the root of shit, we are the same.
Right.
But you think the sciences are starting to change though, because they starting to push that more. They starting to push that, oh, we African or we descend from the Africans and shit like that, when they wasn't doing that 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, they wasn't. And the only, and I hope I don't get in trouble by saying this, but the only reason why they doing that is to keep their gene alive, to mix. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I try to tell my people, if you want to know what happened in Egypt, go within yourself, because your blood was there. You was there. Activate that shit. And you was, but you got to be careful when you activating your ancestors in you, because some shit gonna come out and you don't want it to.
Right. Hey, all kinds of it's what you expose yourself to. The more info, see the thing, like what I believe, not stating it to be a fact, but this something that I believe. The more and more information you take in, right, the more your essence is going to start to remember shit, and then you start feeling this shit yourself. Like you might read some shit, and then a thought come in your head and be like, oh, why now? Boom, boom, boom. Now, a year later, you might read some shit that might coincide with a thought that you had a year ago. And you was absolutely right. And you like, damn, like, how the fuck I come to that conclusion without the information? You feel me? But that's cell memory. You know what I mean? That's what they call cell memory.
See, that's why I have a problem with gathering information now that's coming out of any other world other than here. Because those lands has been colonized and been captured, and information been tampered with thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? We were the only civilization in North America. We was the only one, the last that was colonized by these so-called Europeans.
But see, the thing about that is, yeah, go ahead, bro. My bad.
The information in these burial mounts is proven they cannot decipher this stuff.
Right.
So when I'm talking African spirituality, I'm talking Egypt, I'm talking Semitic, all that information has been tampered with already.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is in order for all right, boom. Let's say I did some shit, right? and you came and questioned me about it, right? I will have to incorporate a certain amount of truth in my law in order to make that law believable,
Good business,
right?
yeah.
So I take the information and I try to decipher what's real and what's not real. Like we were just talking about the Abraham story. I ain't gonna talk about the people. I'm just gonna talk about the Chaldean thing. They say he from Chaldea. Chaldea didn't come into 7th century, but Abraham was born around 2100 BC. You feel me? So now we gotta kind of shake a tail feather and have some type of overstanding. Now I understand that the Bible was written around 7th century. So they used terminologies and names of places that was there at that time.
Right.
You feel me? At the end of the day.
Now, when I went back and reread it, you have to understand that it's saying that they came out of, or they came from the land of Ur. It doesn't say that that's where they was from.
It absolutely say that man is Chaldean.
Right. So I'm gonna have to retract that. You know, I can't prove that they from the land of Ur, but that's where they came out of.
Right, but hey, me and you gonna chop it up on the side, because I'm gonna show you 3 other Urs outside of the earth that is where Chaldea is located. And
one is India.
What's your name? Nah, baby, like I can show you 3 other Ors, right? Because that's it's actually pronounced Or, right? And they all reside either east or north of Turkey. Nah, baby, same spelling, everything. Know what I mean, at the end of the day. Know what I mean, I'm gonna give you the information on it though. Know what I mean? Instead of making like a long out debate, know what I mean, being that we just talking and sharing knowledge, know what I mean, or whatever. Know what I mean, but it's a lot of things. Just like even with the New Testament, you feel me? Like I don't really mess with the New Testament. Know what I mean? I know that's the teachings of Saul, but even in that, right? We look at John 21, where Jesus supposedly passed the mantelpiece down to Peter. And he warned Peter that it's going to be a slick talking, well-dressed motherfucker that's going to come and swindle you up out of your shit. That's Saul or Paul, whatever you want to call him. He was the motherfucker that Jesus was warning him about. Because Paul he wasn't ordained to teach by Jesus, nor did he learn under Jesus. His teacher was Gamaliel, right?
Okay.
He was one of the people that Jesus kicked out of the temple in Jerusalem because they was teaching bullshit, according to the NT.
Right, but we have to understand this about the New Testament, that the New Testament is supposed to bring forth a new covenant. So that means that the New Testament doesn't start with Matthew. The New Testament starts in Acts. What would you say, Saul and Paul? That's where the New Testament starts. So I like the New Testament because I can decipher and tell you like what it is. Like you said, these are Paul. Who the hell is Paul? Paul going against the Israelites in reality, but he wasn't, because the only law that he broke, or only law that he said go against, was circumcision. You don't see him breaking any other law. Now I have to agree with him. These are some grown men, and you talking about circumcising some grown men? Nah, I ain't even do that. So the New Testament is very, very, very vital. It's how you read this stuff. You dig what I'm saying? The whole entire Bible. But basically, go ahead. Sorry about that.
But wasn't Saul stoning another Israelite to death at the same time Jesus was being crucified?
Well, they said that Saul, I have always questioned this, Saul was killing Christians, right? So yes,
no, not Christians, Israelites, not Christians, not Nigers, because Saul is a Niger. It says that in there, and a Niger is a Christian. That's the Greek word for Christian, or Crestoian is Niger. Doesn't mean he's black, because people read that shit and think, oh no, they called him a nigger, and that means he's black. No, it doesn't. That's the Greek word for Crestoian. Now, we know that his bloodline is Crestonian because his people come.
You had broken up, bro. Oh, there you go.
My back, I fell off.
And you were saying,
That's why it's another thing that I say now, man, when we be reading, like, we have to understand or understand the words and shit that it is that we reading too, because it lets us know a lot of shit. Know what I mean? At the end of the day. And if we lack the understanding of the words that's being used, that we can properly put shit in chronological order the right way.
Right. Right. See,
Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna get right back on. I gotta do something real quick, like 2 seconds.
hey, hit me on Messenger. I finna write up out of here too. And thanks for the time, sisters.
This bare facts, right?
All
That I'm
right,
talking to,
bros.
right? Who I'm talking to?
You me, bare facts.
Oh, all right, yeah. So I can know where I'm going and who I'm about to send this information to. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't think I never really sat down and talked with you.
I had to disappear for a minute, but I remember you like maybe 6 months ago. You was on the line then for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you a long time ago. But I just had to, fall off for a minute. I had to because shit was
Oh,
getting
wow.
kind of easy.
All right. Well, I'm glad to have you back. Then, know what I mean?
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna get back up with y'all, sisters. I'm gonna get back up in a couple seconds. Let me do what I gotta do real quick. All right. Thanks for the time too.
I mean, Karima, what the fuck up, sis? How the family doing?
How you-
I thought I was on here too. Oh, okay, okay. Shit, well, what y'all finna do now? You ain't got the nieces and nephew today? Okay, okay.